Les Schwab's Friday Night Rivals, sponsored by the U.S. Army.
All the pre-conference hype is over. It is time for conference play, and it begins at Collegian Stadium tonight. What a great matchup we have for you. The Clovis Cougars against the Central Grizzlies, 2 4-1 teams ready to get into conference play on Les Schwab Tires Friday Night Rivals. I'm Ralph Wood along with Cam Worrell. Thanks for joining us tonight. And Cam, what's at stake for these teams tonight?
Yeah, we know every year the track is the best conference in the Central section. Tonight is game one for everybody. 2 4-1 teams coming in. The battle of attrition in the track starts tonight with a great matchup.
A couple of teams at the top of those standings at 5-0 perfection. Clovis West, Central, Clovis. Well, one of those teams is going to come out with two overall losses, but more importantly, in a short league season, and you can't afford to lose one.
Yeah, you really can't. With those two teams up top, Clovis North, Clovis East has not lost a game this season. They play tonight. Clovis West against Buchanan Central Clovis. Three teams will be 1-0. 3 teams will be 0-1, looking all the way up at the top.
But we believe this is the epicenter tonight. This is the game, and let's talk about some of the players to watch for you. Central's Earl Riley and Brandon Smith.
Yeah, Earl Riley, the signal caller for this Central offense. Kyle Biggs puts a lot of the decision-making process in Earl Riley's hands. They're going to run a lot of RPO game. They're going to spread this Clovis defense out, and Earl Riley's going to have a lot of opportunities to throw the football. In the backfield, the super sophomore Brandon Smith, one of the most electric players we will see all season long. Already 6 touchdowns in 5 games, averages about 7 yards every time he touches it in the run game. If Clovis doesn't slow him down, he will beat them single-handedly.
All right, let's switch over to the other side. The Clovis Cougars come in here, and players to watch for them. Quarterback Deegan Rose and Noah Luganville.
Yeah, Deegan Rose, already a bunch of Division I offers. 6'3", 190, the prototypical pocket passer for this Clovis offense. Dad, Kenny Rose, a pretty good quarterback himself. This guy makes this offense go. If he has a night, he can put up some big numbers. Noah Luganville, Dad played at Fresno State, plays middle linebacker, has played middle linebacker since his freshman year. This year gets a little bit more carries on the offensive side of the football. He's a two-way star, and he's going to be a big piece to both sides of the football for the Clovis Cougars tonight.
You know, you take a look back at Rose. He looks like he's feeling the pressure, doesn't he? Nothing but a big smile and grin during warm-ups down there.
When you got that presence, Ralph, sometimes you just got that presence.
Talk a little bit more about Luganville.
Yeah, this guy has been a tackling machine since he got on a varsity football field. Over 20 tackles, like 5 times in his career, sophomore and junior. This is senior year, the best version of Noah Luganville that we've seen. And we will see him not just play linebacker, be the defensive stalwart, but he will also carry the football quite a bit tonight for this Clovis offense.
Braylon Hall is the academic athlete of the game, sponsored by Donald P. Dick. 3 generations of Mr. Cool, and he's going to tell you he has some very good reasons to get good grades.
Without school, this would not be possible at all. And that's preached week in and week out, all the time, every day by my parents. It definitely gets challenging at times, but finding a proper balance of when you need to get your work done and take care of your school and take care of your football business definitely has its fine line.
Parents putting on the pressure to get good grades. That's a new one.
Not just a 4.0 student, but he is a Division I football player as well.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of him tonight as well. Okay, we're going to see him in action as we come back right after this. It's a timeout, but we're coming back for the opening kickoff. You're watching Les Schwab Tires Friday Night Rivals. We're ready to have some fun tonight. Welcome back, everybody. The the Cougars are out on the field. We're waiting for the Grizzlies to make their entrance.
Collegian Stadium, best pregame music in the Valley. Hands down.
Kickoff weather is sponsored by Roos Heating, Air Conditioning, and Refrigeration. You can't lose with Roos. And the forecast supplied by Fox 26 meteorologist Chris Kuiper. 78 degrees at kickoff, dropping down to about 72 in the fourth quarter. But the weather could change. I mean, it's already been changing as we're As we're sitting here, the wind has picked up.
Yeah, might play a little bit with the kicking game. Little north to south wind.
Kyle Biggs, we talked about head coaches coming back and coaching for their alma mater. In this case, he's coaching against his alma mater. That's got to be a different thing.
Yeah, and every year he does it, takes the Central Grizzlies and competes against the Clovis Cougars, where he was a record-setting quarterback. Anytime that Clovis job is up, everybody speculates that Kyle Biggs may go back home, but he's found a home here in Central Unified, does a fantastic job with this program. State champion in the past, 3-time section titleist in the Division I ranks, does a fantastic job developing this program.
I can see Kevin down there. Are you ready for us, Kevin? Kevin Miller?
It's live already. Haven't even kicked it off yet.
National
Energy.
anthem.
Yeah, they're lining up for that. So after the anthem, we'll get down to Kevin Miller.
See that wind blowing?
Wind is really picking up.
Yeah.
You know it's a big game when they have fireworks
Yeah.
during the national anthem, don't you? All right, let's send it down to Kevin Miller. He has the best seat in the house tonight. Kevin?
Home is where the heart is. Friday Night Rivals family, we are home. Central High School, homecoming edition, part 2. Y'all remember what that lady said? There's no place like home. There's no place like home. She also said this. This is Friday night. Let's go! This is what we do. Let's go, Grizzlies!
Hype machine. Hype machine, Kevin Miller.
He's just getting warmed up. We know that, don't we?
Love it. Love it.
Central won the toss and deferred to the second half. So the Grizzlies will be kicking off to Clovis tonight. Wind looks like it's blowing across the field.
Yeah, we'll see if that has an impact in the kicking game. See if it has an impact in the passing game. Doesn't appear the flags on the field goal post are blowing too aggressively, but could affect these quarterbacks tonight.
We talked about Kyle Biggs. Aaron Wilkins in his second year as a head coach, second year at Clovis.
Yeah, former Division I assistant coach, so he has experience,
Northern Illinois.
Yeah,
Liberty.
I mean, offensive coordinator at Northern Illinois, so understands offensive football, understands how to develop a program. Just year 2 in this system and kind of creating the culture that he wants at Clovis High School. 4-1 with a pretty solid non-conference schedule. Only lost to Sanger, who's a really good football team. Their only loss is to Clovis East, so has this program moving in the right direction for sure.
Edwin Melgar with a low kick. It's going to bounce all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Wilkins was an assistant at Firebaugh and Reedley. And at that time, he was working with Josh Allen. So how about that?
That's crazy. He should have called Fresno State and let them know that there's a quarterback at Firebaugh they should recruit, because they totally missed him.
They did whiff on that one.
Yeah, now he has another, Division I signal caller running the show for him offensively. Deegan Rose, he's the prototypical pocket passer. Big arm, is accurate, makes good decisions with the football. Just like Earl Riley on this other side, Deegan Rose, they put a lot of the decision-making on his shoulders in this offense.
Setting up the screen on first down. It's complete. Across the 30. Jacob Saldate.
Yeah, I think that
penalty flag
pass was across the line of scrimmage, right? Was not in the backfield, so maybe offensive lineman downfield. My favorite call ever.
Flag on the play, sponsored by Fresno Suit Outlet, home of the 3-suit deal.
Ineligible receiver downfield, number 63, offense. 5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
Yeah, I see when those offensive linemen cheat downfield, but they were trying to set up a screen where offensive linemen can be downfield on a screen, but the ball has to be received behind the line of scrimmage. I think that ball was caught just past the original line of scrimmage, which is why ineligible receiver downfield.
Penalty takes the ball back to the 15. It'll be 1st and 15.
Jacob Saldate, he's their guy. They try to get him the ball in many different ways.
Fake the handoff to Luganville. The throw is incomplete, intended for Saldate. 2nd and 15.
Yeah, RPO, that's what I was talking about with Deegan Rose. Where he goes with the football is up to what he sees after the snap. That time he saw man coverage, Saldate inside leverage on the cornerback playing outside shade, so thought he could hit that one. Nice job coming out of the post. Braylon Hall, the free safety in the middle. Deegan Rose incompletion on first down.
Luganville in the backfield. Rose looking. Passes away, complete across the 20, down to the 25, 26-yard line. That's Luganville on the catch. About 3 or 4 yards short, 4 yards short of first down.
Nice job that time by Deegan Rose. Nobody open downfield, hit the check down, picked up a nice chunk to set up a manageable 3rd down.
Passes away, may have been partially deflected up near the line, intended for Saldate, incomplete. So 4th down, 4th and 4.
Nice coverage on a couple plays. Terrell Chung, the senior corner, in single coverage on Saldate, who is a really explosive receiver, good with his hands, can separate. Some really nice coverage on a couple of incompletions on this drive.
Cougars will punt it away. Line drive kick taken at the 40, stopped short of the 45-yard line. Braylon Hall, guy we'll be hearing a lot about during this telecast.
Yeah, averaging over 100 yards receiving per game, 9 touchdowns on the season. I said it in the pregame. He's a Division I football player, whether that's on the offensive side of the ball or the defensive side of the ball, playing safety. I really like his game. very nice starting field position for this Central offense. You defer, you get a 3-and-out, you get the ball right around midfield. It's exactly what you want, how this Central team wanted to start this football game.
Riley hands it off on first down. You know, talk about the quarterbacks. Deacon Rose getting a lot of the conversation, but if you look at some of the numbers, they're very similar.
Yeah, Earl Riley completing a little bit more, a little higher percentage.
64%
of his passes.
15 touchdowns.
Right, a few more touchdowns than Deacon Rose. Earl Riley doesn't have the name recognition that Deacon Rose has, but you're right. If you look at the stats, Earl Riley is right there with Deacon Rose, and similar offensive styles. He will make a lot of those decisions after the snap.
Fakes the handoff to Smith, throws to the far side, incomplete. Intended for Dalen Scott. So quickly 3rd and 10 for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, another example. He's reading. We talked about it before, right? He's reading box count. If the box is light, I'm going to run the football. The box is heavy, I'm going to throw the football that time. A little RPO, just a little bit inaccurate, trying to hit that out route to the sideline.
Going to throw and throwing deep. Contact and a flag comes from the 50. That flag may have been longer than the pass.
That's a tough one because the defender was in better
Pass
position.
interference, defense, number 26. 15-yard penalty. Results, first
Don,
down.
we got to hear Don on this one because the defender was in better position. I know he made contact, but he was in a better position to catch the football than the receiver.
Yeah, I think you might want to have that flag back on that play. Was definitely, they both were playing the ball. They both were aware of where it was going. It was just incidental contact.
Smith across the 40 down close to the 39-yard line. Picked up 2.
So far, really nice job by this Clovis defense of stifling Brandon Smith, averaging 7 yards a carry on the season. Stopped for a short gain on this one, stopped for no gain on his earlier carry. Clovis is playing quarters coverage, so those safeties are reading run pass. If they see run, they are coming downhill hard. We'll see if Central makes an adjustment. It looks like they're going to go empty on this second down call.
Riley alone in the backfield. Quick pass deflected through the hands of the intended receiver and incomplete. That was Scott again.
Riley just a little bit off target on a couple of throws tonight. The one to the sideline, that one maybe a little bit too much heat on it for Scott to bring that in. 3rd and 8 inside the 40. This is probably 4-down territory for the Central offense if they don't convert this 3rd down.
Empty backfield again. And penalty flag. Flag on the play is brought to you by Fresno Suit Outlet. Here's the call.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 3, offense. 5-yard penalty, replay, 3rd down.
Trying to get a little head start, Dalen Scott. Still, now we'll see. Now this is, I think Kyle Biggs loves going for it on 4th down in plus territory. We'll see empty again for this Central offense.
3rd and about 13. And again, he winds up and throws deep, has the receiver out there, but it's overthrown. Intended again for Dalen Scott, and he had a step on the defenders.
Yeah, Dalen Scott that time matched up against Noah Luganbill, the middle linebacker. Earl Riley, a matchup that he likes, looking for Dalen Scott on the vertical route, right down the seam. Good job by Luganbill, making up that distance, forcing Earl Riley to make a perfect throw for that completion. Just slightly out through Dalen Scott. Good stop by this Clovis defense. They give up the questionable defensive pass interference for the 1st down, and then stand strong in their own territory.
Aiden Chavez punts it away, end over end, and going to bounce out of bounds inside the 20, right around the 15. And that's where the Cougars will take over. Let's send it back downstairs to Kevin Miller. Kevin.
Hey, FNR fam, you know what time it is. It's the Chris Stubner Show, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Chris, how you doing tonight?
Hey, we're doing great. This is getting to be football weather.
This is, Cam, I'm getting that jacket pretty soon. 63 years young. Not you, that's KFC in the Central Valley. You're like 27, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, now the last time you were here, you served up that chicken fried steak with the nice gravy, saucy sauce. Please tell me you still have that at KFC.
Yeah, but only on Wednesdays and Sundays for $5.99. You get the whole country fried steak, egg, gravy, mash, coleslaw. You get the whole thing, $5.99, and a drink.
Fantastic. And then you talked about the cooler weather. I mean, it's time to get grateful. It's time to think about some Thanksgiving things. What do we got going on at KFC?
Yeah, remember we have the Cajun fried turkeys and the complete meal. You can get the whole meal, or you just want the turkey. You can pre-order now. Go to any of our KFCs, call our office, and we'll give all Friday Night Rival fans a 10% discount.
That's what happens when you're the FNR fam. And then there's a rumor on the street that KFC has got hot wings.
Hot wings.
Take this microphone because you deserve it, because I got something here. Tell us about these hot wings.
Well, after all these years, I figured out how to get the mic from you. Bring food. Bring food. We have 8 hot wings right now for $4.99. Right now, you can get 8, get 12, get a platter. But 8 hot wings.
Dipping sauce, the whole thing. KFC is representing. We got the Cajun turkey, we got the hot wings, we got the chicken fried steak, we got Ralph and Cam. Back to you.
Now, don't even try and get those wings away from Kevin.
I'm all about some KFC wings, man. Those look delicious.
You said they deliver. Do they deliver up here?
Yeah. Kevin Miller's always eating the good stuff. We never get any of the good stuff. This is unfair.
And he's eating again.
Deacon Rose delivers. Nice third down conversion.
Yeah, he completed the pass to Tyler Marquez. And now the running play to Roman Moreno.
Good protection on that third down. Again, Central 3 deep coverage, so those corners are playing outside leverage, that deep dig route, which means your offensive line has to protect, which they did. Deacon Rose, clean pocket, throws a strike to move the chains. That's why he possesses multiple Division I offers, that throw right there.
2nd and 8. Rose, plenty of time. Going to lob it for Saldate, over the shoulder catch inside the 20, inside the 25, and rolled out of bounds there. They'll spot it right at the 25. And you could see that one develop. The quarterback watching, and then unloading a perfect pass.
Yeah, really good coverage by that Central secondary. He saw Saldate, just a scramble drill. Saldate sees Deacon Rose leave the pocket, takes off down the sideline. Deacon Rose drops it in a bucket.
Moreno, the ball carrier, to about the 22. 2nd and 7. Clovis working quickly. Moreno again. Maybe a yard.
Central brought a little bit of pressure that time. They feel confident singling up these Clovis High receivers. Done a good job all night, but Deacon Rose, scramble drill, hitting Saldate down the sideline, stepping up in a clean pocket on the dig route on 3rd down. We'll see, to do that, this Clovis offensive line has to continue to protect their quarterback.
Thrown to the end zone, little contact. And incomplete. Tyler Marquez, the intended receiver, but there is a flag in the end zone.
Yeah, that slot fade, which is a really difficult route to cover when you're a slot defender. And good coverage by Jalen Jones. Had his hands on the receiver, but Cardinal sin for a DB. He did not get his head back and look at the football. If you make contact with the receiver and you don't get your
Pass
head back.
interference, number 6 on the defense. Penalties half distance to the goal. Results, first down.
That's what's going to happen. They're going to call that 99 times out of 100. If his head's around, got his head around too late. If he would have gotten his head around when he made contact, that's a non-call because they're both playing the football. Unfortunately for Jalen Jones, really nice coverage. Just you have to get that head around and make a play on the ball.
1st and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru. As this drive has now reached the Toyota Red Zone.
Yeah, man, that was another good ball by Deegan Rose. Really nice coverage by Jalen Jones.
1 yard on the play, 2nd and 9.
Clovis not really getting there. They're a pretty balanced offense, play call wise, not yardage wise. They do struggle a little bit running the football.
Reinhold is open. Can't haul it in. Nate Reinhold, the intended receiver, going for his 5th touchdown catch of the season, but could not corral it.
Man, that old West Coast boot action. Reinhold lined up in the backfield in that fullback position. They run the play action. Rose boots out. Reinhold wide open in the flat. Just could not bring that one in. Or Clovis is celebrating a touchdown right now, although probably a look that Clovis will go back to multiple times in this game. That was a really good play action fake, and Rose had Reinhold wide open.
Rose rolling to the far side, looking to the back of the end zone this time and overthrows it. It'll be 4th down.
Another West Coast concept, getting Deegan Rose on the sprint out. Difficult throw, moving to his left. Again, good coverage from this Central secondary. They've done a really nice job outside of the dig route and the scramble drill on the sideline of really playing sticky coverage. And it looks like Clovis bypassing the field goal and keeping the offense on the football field.
Well, they can get a 1st down without it getting a touchdown. Need to get it inside the 2.
We'll see. It doesn't look like Central's bringing coverage. Look like man on the single receiver side and playing some combo coverage otherwise.
Rose looking again as all time, and just runs up the middle to the back of the end zone, caught for a touchdown. Tyler Cheney with the catch. Just waited and waited and waited.
You can only cover for so long if you're a defensive back. Again, good coverage from Central, but that Clovis offensive line, again, buying so much time for Deegan Rose. Deegan Rose, really nice job climbing the pocket, keeping his eyes downfield, finding Tyler Cheney in the back of the end zone. That was a Deegan Rose drive. Big throw to convert on the first 3rd down, scramble drill, dropping it in the bucket down the sideline for a 1st down, and then finding Tyler Cheney in the back of the end zone, climbing the pocket, delivering a strike.
Looking for time, found him back of the end zone, touchdown. It's 7-0. Sponsored by Porta Subs, your neighborhood sandwich shop. A lot of defenders there, but it's like throwing darts.
A lot of defenders there not getting to Deegan Rose. Really nice job in protection. And then I thought Deegan Rose was going to try to scramble and pick up that 1st down, but kept his eyes downfield, was able to find Tyler Cheney. That was a strike. That was quasi no look right there from Deegan Rose. Running to his left a little bit, flicking it back across his body. As I said, that was a Deegan Rose drive. Big conversion, dropped one in the bucket on the sideline, and then 4th and 9, Clovis goes for it, and Deegan Rose finds Cheney in the back of the end zone. 7-0 Cougars.
Well, we got a moon over the valley right now. Looks like something out of Haunted Mansion. Oh, a low kick hit by one of the up men. It's still loose in anybody's ball. Who pounces on it? Let's see. I think Central got it.
That was, I
That
don't
was a
think
live ball
I
for
don't
a
think
long
that was
time.
purposeful either. I think that Caleb Farman slipped when he was trying to kick that football, and then the front line blocker for Central stuck his hand up. Yeah, just slipped. And Central lucky to come away with that one.
So Central takes over about the 34. Riley pass complete to E.J. Morgan across the 40 out to about the 44, which we send it back down to Kevin Miller. Kevin.
Here's Premier Valley Bank with your student financial tip. Increase your income or decrease your spending. Your habits, health, skills, and other commitments determine which one makes more sense for your current situation. Do you need more hours at work, or do you need a car with lower monthly payments? As your circumstances change, so will the best way to improve your finances. This tip was brought to you by Premier Valley Bank, a division of HTLF Bank and a local partner you can always depend on. HTLF Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Ralph, Cam, back to you.
All right, that was a 1st and 10 play sponsored by Lithia Subaru, and that was Palmer Johnson came in on the defensive play. Maybe a yard gain, but a great defensive play, great tackle.
Yeah, Clovis sticking with this split safety look, so playing that quarters coverage. The safeties are triggering downhill when they see the run game.
Riley still has it. Throws over the middle, nearly a juggling catch, or that was going to be gone as well. E.J. Morgan. I thought he was still going to bring it in after the first bobble.
Yeah, just wide open. A great ball by Earl Riley, right on target. E.J. Morgan thinking about running before he secured that football. You have to bring that thing in before you take off. Huge missed opportunity for the Central offense. Single coverage on the backside. 3 receivers strong. E.J. Morgan singled up on the backside. Created a lot of space on that post route. Just got to bring that one in.
3rd and 9. Needs some more stickum on those gloves.
Yeah, Central going back to empty.
Well, he's had open receivers, looking for another one now, and gets it at midfield. 40, 30, inside the 25, 20, 15, and taken out at about the 13-yard line. Dalen Scott, who's been very much a part of this offense tonight, gets his biggest play in the game.
Great route by Dalen Scott. Noah Lubiganville bangs him at the line of scrimmage, and then Dalen Scott spins off of that contact and creates a ton of space. Noah Lubiganville fell off in zone coverage after getting the reroute. Dalen Scott wide open, and then hits the sideline and picks up some extra yardage.
1st and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru. Here's another pass, and in and out of the hands. Again, the intended receiver, Morgan. Another case of wanting to run, looking up before you had the ball.
Maybe that one got on him a little bit quick. You know, sometimes when you're so wide open, you just need to secure that football first before you try to do anything else. And E.J. Morgan, go take a couple deep breaths on the sideline, let those plays go, come back in because he's creating space for himself. Just has to bring those ones in. And looks like Central feeling really good about this empty formation against this Clovis defense.
2nd and 10 in the Toyota red zone. Pass into the end zone. Has a man out there. Touchdown, Dalen Scott. Touchdown sponsored by Porta Subs, your neighborhood sandwich shop.
Central goes empty. Dalen Scott, the number 2 receiver to the 2 receiver side. 3 receivers strong. That 3rd receiver covered by a safety. Dalen Scott, the number 2 receiver to the 2 receiver side, covered by the middle linebacker, Noah Luganville. And that's the matchup that Earl Riley has looked for every time they've been in that empty formation. That time, Dalen Scott, a little shake route, gets to the vertical, stacks Noah Luganville. Easy pitch and catch for Earl Riley that time because of the great route run by Dalen Scott, and that's exactly what Central wants to do. go empty, force Noah Luganbill out of the box to cover one of these very talented Central receivers. So far, it's been Dalen Scott in the slot, causing havoc on that Clovis defense.
Took the Grizzlies less than 2 minutes to respond to the Clovis touchdown with a touchdown of their own, and it's a 7-7 game.
Those are drives that are deflating when you're playing this Central Grizzly football team. You go down the field, you get a couple penalties, some scramble plays, you get into the end zone, and then bang, 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 Central's right down the football field in the end zone with some athletic mismatches.
And overcame a couple of drop passes.
Yeah, could have been a couple plays less to get into the end zone. Now, Clovis, they just have to stick with the game plan. Run game has not gotten going yet. Deegan Rose has been protected very well tonight. So just continue to keep Deegan Rose in a clean pocket. Let him find open receivers.
Melgar with the low line drive kick taken by Marquez.
Oh!
And busts out of the
gosh.
pass. Now the kicker, the only guy who can make the tackle, and he does. Melgar across the 40. He shot out of there like a cannon. Thought he was done.
I thought he was done a couple times. I thought he was stopped at the 25, then I thought he was stopped again at like the 28, and somehow just kept his feet moving.
Got knocked backwards a couple of yards.
There. Golly. And then a great tackle by the kicker that time. That's one of the better kicker tackles you'll ever see on a kickoff.
And he doesn't want to do that either, does he?
Oh, that was nice. That was nicely
all
done.
up to me. Good job, Edwin Melgar at the touchdown-saving tackle. Flag on the play, sponsored by Fresno Suit Outlet.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, number 63, defense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Our referee tonight is Kevin Blevins, so he'll be making those calls.
Those administrative penalties that we always talk about, those self-inflicted penalties. Can't do that against a good team like Clovis, especially with the way Deegan Rose is playing tonight.
Pass over to the far sideline. Another 2 more broken tackles. That's Saldate. Hill's picking up the first down, 1st and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru. Inside the 40 of Central at about the 38.
Yeah, they saw Terrell Chung bailing out, so they knew that if Saldate sat down, they could run about right past the sticks, pick up a first down. Saldate, great job forcing a missed tackle, getting down the sideline to pick up some extra yardage. That's just an easy pitch and catch. We move the chains, and if our receiver does something special, we pick up some extra yardage.
That's Luganbill alongside the quarterback. Luganbill takes the handoff, trying the near side, and he is gang tackled, stood up and pushed back. They'll mark his forward progress at the 39, so he only lost a yard.
Yeah, run game has not really gotten going for either one of these offenses tonight. Brandon Smith, great job at the point of attack, taking that wing block on, keeping his outside arm free, fighting off that block, tackling Noah Luganbill for a loss. Really nice start to the football game for both sides of the run defense on both of these defenses.
2nd and 11. It looks like they got Central to come across.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, number 15 on the defense. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Flag on the play, sponsored by the Fresno Suit Outlet, home of the 3-suit deal.
Yeah, Clovis is not going fast. They haven't gone fast all night. They haven't snapped it when they get to the line of scrimmage. They like to simulate a snap to see what you're doing defensively, and then they look to the sideline. You know, they're not snapping the football. They have not snapped the football all night long. Central again.
Just got him to jump
Prior
again.
to snap, encroachment, number 90 of the defense. 5-yard penalty remains. Second down.
But now it's 2nd down and a yard.
Third penalty, self-inflicted penalty for the Central defense on this drive. Have to play with more discipline, especially against an offense that they're not moving quickly. You know how they operate. You know they're going to look to the sideline. You know they're going to dictate what they're doing off of what you give them from a look. Just hold your water a little bit.
From the 29. Rose looking. Now he's going to scramble. And take it down after a gain of about 3. A gain of 2 after the 27.
Deegan Rose has done a really nice job in the pocket tonight. Keeping his eyes downfield, moving, trying to find space, buying time for his receivers. That time, no one open, tucks it, but picks up a first down. Keep Clovis's offense on the field.
And time has run out on the first quarter. I want to remind you the first quarter has been sponsored by BD&J Lawyers. Over $1.5 billion recovered for our clients. And an entertaining first quarter indeed. It's a 7-7 ball game as we come back for quarter number 2. Wow, getting ready for Halloween. Look at the moon.
That is the real moon, by the way. That's not a
one.
shot. That's not a painting. That's the actual moon that we're looking at right now.
And a bat just flew across the screen or something. Did you see that?
Halloween is close. Halloween is close. It's coming.
Okay.
October's coming. Good first quarter. Good first quarter of football. Central got to clean up some things. You can't jump off sides, especially against an offense that's not going fast. They're not snapping the ball quickly. Hold your water. Don't give this Clovis offense free plays, and they've done that so far in this game. Clovis, you keep Deegan Rose clean in the pocket, it's going to be a long night for this Central secondary.
Saldate, the ball carrier, down the far sideline, busted out of bounds short of the 20.
Nice play, just a little jet sweep action with Saldate coming in motion. Lead blocking for him. Pick up a nice chunk on first down.
Tonight's second quarter is sponsored by Sang Pediatrics.
Nate Reinhold back in the game, so a double wing look from this Clovis offense.
Fake pitch. Throw across the body is complete inside the 15 at about the 13-yard line. That's Cade Alexander on the reception.
That is such a hard throw for a quarterback. Moving to his left. Play action fake, rolling to his left, throws back across his body, puts a little touch on it. That was tight coverage that time. But Deegan Rose just, again, very accurate with the football, moving to his left, which is such a hard throw to make. He has been extreme. I expected him to look impressive. He has exceeded my expectations with the way he controls the football.
First and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru. Rolling to the far side, throwing toward the sideline of the pylon, incomplete.
Yeah, nice, really nice coverage that time. Jalen Jones
Nowhere to go with the football, really.
singled up on Tyler Cheney, and they ran that kind of rollout to Deegan Rose's right, push the cornerback past the pylon, break back right to the pylon. Deegan Rose that time threw that one away because of the coverage from Jones. Don't make a mistake. We're inside the red zone. We'll line up again on 2nd and 10.
In the Toyota red zone. Rose with a keeper behind blockers. Down to the 6 or 7 yard line.
Oh, that was a nice run. I've been calling Deegan Rose a prototypical pocket passer. That time quarterback power, and he picks up 7 yards.
And he's going to run it again down toward the goal line as we stopped short at about the 2. Now they're running quick.
Yeah, 3rd and short, go right back to the quarterback power. Luganbill and Reinhold as lead blockers for Deegan Rose. Deegan Rose using that big frame.
Rose is going to go again right into the pile and bounces to the outside. And they give him the touchdown.
Deacon Rose, pocket passer and power running back. That time, 3 times in a row, same look. 2 lead blockers in front of him. That time, he just got right downhill in the A gap and took this Central defense on. Powered his way into the end zone. I've already said it a couple times. Extremely impressed with Deacon Rose, the way he has started this football game. Poised in the pocket, doing a good job of creating space, not leaving too early, finding receivers down the field, and then 3 times in a row just using that big 6'3" frame to power his way to pick up a first down and then right into the end zone, just sticking his nose in there. Not shy about the contact. Keeping those legs pumping, getting into the end zone.
So Rose takes it in for the go-ahead score. Now 14-7 lead for Clovis.
Still smiling.
Still smiling. That's
Hasn't
right.
stopped smiling.
It's warm-ups. How'd you like to have his future?
Not bad, not bad. Go play Division I football is he's only a sophomore. He's a sophomore. He is.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about him for a while here.
He has a lot of high school football. He has a lot of years of development to improve any aspect of his game that he feels like needs improvement. But, I mean, he's the real deal, man. He has lived up to all the hype so far tonight.
Going to have a lot of stuff in the mailbox, too.
He's going to have a lot of calls, a lot of Twitter messages. He's going to have a lot of NIL buckets dropped on his doorstep when the time comes. This is a guy who is only going to continue to be heavily recruited by everybody all across the country.
Caleb Farman with the kickoff, taking it about the 10. This is Morgan on the return. Stopped at about the 15-yard line, maybe the 16. That's where the Grizzlies will take over. All right, here's a look at the drive summary.
Another Deacon Rose drive, finding Saldate breaking the tackle. Great throw to his left, and then power football with your quarterback running hard. Deacon Rose powering his way into the end zone.
Drive summary sponsored by EECU. Riley throwing to the near side and hit immediately. Luganville put the hit. That was 16 on 16. Zeb White wearing 16 for Central. That's going to be one of those mouth guard moments that we have every
I don't know if we'll see one harder than that, but again, RPO action. Riley tries to find Zeb White quickly, but Luganville all over that one. The flat player expanding to the flat right away as soon as he sees pass. What a hit.
Riley throwing deep. Man out there, but overthrown at midfield. There is a flag on the play. Back at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think they're going to get. Luganville for holding Scott that time. Scott running that little shake route, trying to get vertical. Luganville grabbing some jersey.
Holding number 16 on the defense. 10-yard penalty results. First down.
Flag on the play, sponsored by Fresno Suit Outlet, home of the 3-suit deal.
That's the matchups that we talked about earlier. On the spin route that Dalen Scott hit to set up Central in the red zone, then on the touchdown vertically running on Noah Luganville. They're Central going empty, keeping Scott on the weak side, that number 2 receiver lined up across from Luganville. They're going to continue to go at that matchup.
Riley going to take off and run it himself. Cuts back at the 30, 40 to midfield. Cuts it back to the near side, and he's taken down after a big gain inside the 45. And a very late penalty flag just came in back at about the 30. So the run was to the 48-yard line. May have been something after the play.
Yeah, I think some late action from Clovis. I didn't see it.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Number 13 on the defense. 15-yard penalty be added to the end of the run. first down.
I didn't see that, but that's what happens when you spread out a defense. Empty formation, 5 receivers across the football field. There are a ton of lanes for a quarterback like Earl Riley to find. That time he finds a lane, makes a couple guys miss. Big time pickup when nobody was open down the football field by Earl Riley. Nice job tucking in and picking up a first down.
So the ball's at the 28. Riley's going to be taken to the backfield for a big loss. Coming in for the sack is John Villanueva.
Yeah, that time Riley trying to escape outside of the pocket, but he had a clean pocket. All he had to do was step up. He didn't have to escape. Really nice job by John Villanueva, keeping that leverage, keeping that outside arm free, not allowing Riley to get to the corner to escape the pocket. Earl Riley just has to be a little bit more patient. Let those routes develop, stay in that clean pocket. Then if something breaks down, try and find a lane like he did on the previous play.
Loss of 11. Riley in traffic. Pass is incomplete. That was intended for Brandon Smith. Send it downstairs to Kevin Miller. Kevin?
Yeah, this student-athlete health tip is sponsored by Sang Pediatrics. Be a good communicator. Whether it is with your coach, your teacher, your parent, or your classmates, good communication will allow others to know your needs to be successful. Nobody can read your mind, so communicating your needs will get your point across, and you may be surprised about how much help you will get when you ask for it. Speaking of guys that can read my mind, Ralph Cam, back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. It's 3rd and 21. They try the screen, but nothing doing there. And this time, indefensively, it's Nate Reinhold, number 7, dropping that for a loss. So 2 big defensive plays by the Cougars. We're going to get the ball back for the offense after the punt.
That time Central expecting Clovis to play a little bit softer, 3rd and very long. We're going to run a screen. Hopefully your second level defenders are playing off a little bit. We can get some blockers out in front of Scott, but Clovis having none of it. Reinhold coming downhill right away, and Central forced to punt from the Clovis 44-yard line, which I know Kyle Biggs does not do very often, but just too much yardage to try to pick up on a 4th down.
Short punt. Now it comes back the way of Clovis. All the way out to about the 28-yard line. So Clovis going to take over on offense when we come back. It's 14-6. Big thank you to our trophy sponsor, Ace Trophy in Clovis, for all your custom award design needs. And hey, fans, you can watch a replay of tonight's game. Just head over to YouTube and search for Friday Night Rivals on CW59. Click on the FNR logo. Tonight's game will be available early next week. Thank you to Cam for preparing my monitor here. I don't know what you did.
I don't either, but it worked.
I've even got an added bonus over there. It's okay. All right, we're back. Rose throwing it away, I guess. There's no receiver over in that area, but incomplete.
Throwing it away, and Brandon Smith almost ran that one down. He was jamming to the sideline. Nice job in coverage that time from Central. Nowhere for Deegan Rose to go with the football. Escapes the pocket, just throws that one away. Made good decisions with the ball. When he hasn't had open receivers, he's climbed the pocket or escaped to try to allow something to develop. If nothing develops, he gets rid of the football, doesn't make a mistake, and lines up again.
2nd and 10. Running play. Reinhold out across the 30. About the 31.
Yeah, I think Reinhold had some space too, just got tripped up.
Right.
Here we go. Central has not been good on third down defensively so far in this game. And really, it's been because of the play of Deegan Rose, whether with his legs or extending the play and allowing receivers to find some time to get open. See if Central decides to bring some pressure on this 3rd and 7.
Rose firing down the far sideline, has a man out there, and it's knocked away. Incomplete. Saldate was the intended receiver. Josh Hill defensively in there made the play, knocked the ball away.
Yeah, Saldate had a step on Hill. Deegan Rose just slightly underthrew that one. If he puts that one on target, I think Saldate's running into the end zone. Nice job by Hill, though. Not panicking, not putting his hands on the receiver, not making contact and avoiding that defensive pass interference penalty. That was a big-time stop for Central. They needed something like that after they were close to the red zone. Earl Riley gets sacked. Nice 3-and-out in response from the Central defense.
And forcing the punt. Kick is away. A little bit of contact, but no flag.
Way out of bounds.
Let's see where they mark it. The official stepping it off to the 40. So Central starts from its own 40-yard line with 6:30 to go in the second quarter. All right, tonight's Smile Cam is sponsored by Toyota. With more hybrids than any other brand, there's one for everyone. Toyota. Let's go places. With some big smiles on the way. They follow direction. Wow. Very good.
Kevin Miller knows what he's doing.
Now the Grizzlies are trying to get back in this. David Bell, the ball carrier. Let's see if he got enough for the first down. It's going to be close. A couple yards short, maybe a yard short.
Nice run on first down that time by David Bell. And the first time Central was able to get outside against this Clovis defense. Bell hitting the corner, picking up a nice 8-yard chunk on first down.
Handoff again goes to Bell, still on his feet, to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru.
David Bell, 5'8", 165, running hard downhill. Really nice job at the line of scrimmage, too. Appearing like he was going to bounce it, hitting a cutback, making a guy miss, and then running physical to finish that run, pick up some extra yardage.
Riley throwing to the near side. Attempting to make a one-handed catch over there. Is that Hall? Braylon Hall again?
Yeah, Clovis
tried to reach around the defender and make a one-handed catch.
Clovis done a good job on Braylon Hall all night long. We haven't called his name yet. Averaging 119 yards receiving per game and has not brought one in tonight.
Second down. That pass is intercepted and going back the other way. Luganville, 20, 10, touchdown. Touchdown sponsored by Porta Subs, your neighborhood sandwich shop.
Wow. Noah Luganville is coming downhill because he's a force player in the run game. Central running that RPO action. Earl Riley decides to pull it, tries to hit a little hitch route, a little 6-yard hitch route to his number one receiver, Noah Luganville, coming downhill, getting up and snagging that one in midair and taking it back to the house. What a play by number 16.
The extra point is good. And how about the defense? Luganville with the pick, and then he had the speed to win a race to the end zone down that far sideline.
Man, what a play by Noah Luganville. Coming downhill, expecting run game, reading Earl Riley's eyes, getting up and just snagging that one out of midair. How many times do we see defenders come downhill, jump up and knock a pass away, but Noah Luginbill gets up and snags it and then takes it to the house. The only thing he didn't do was switch that ball to the outside arm. But Noah Luginbill getting to the house. What a play from the senior linebacker. We talked about him before the game. He's a downhill presence in the run game. Central has done a good job of isolating him in coverage against some really talented receivers. That's how Luginbill reading Earl Riley's eyes, making a big play for this Clovis defense.
That makes it worth the night, huh? When you have a play like that?
Oh, yeah.
All the week of practice.
You can make a lot of mistakes, and snagging one out of midair for a pick six can cover up a lot of them at the end of the night. Oh, what a kick.
Deep kick into the end zone for the touchdown. Here again, Kevin Miller with another financial wellness tip.
Here's Premier Valley Bank with your student financial tip. Increase your income or decrease your spending. Your habits, health, skills, and other commitments determine which one makes more sense for your current situation. Do you need more hours at work, or do you need a car with lower monthly payments? As your circumstances change, so will the best way to improve your finances. This tip was brought to you by Premier Valley Bank, a division of HTLF Bank and a local partner you can always depend on. HTLF Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Ralph Cam, back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. A little urgency now for Central. I want to get something back here after falling behind by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and they know they get the ball coming out of halftime. So 5 minutes on the clock. You know, see if they can sustain a drive, put one in the end zone. They get the ball coming out of halftime. I mean, this can be a completely different game. After a couple of drives from Central's offense, they just have to get something going. They found some mismatches in the passing game. Run game has not gotten started yet.
Brandon Smith, the ball carrier, but he cannot get away from Nate Reinhold. Got a hold of the leg and would not let go.
Clovis doing a really nice job with their run pass keys from these second level defenders. Run, they are coming downhill, making plays around the line of scrimmage. Pass, they're dropping into coverage and making it difficult for Earl Riley to find some of these underneath receivers. That's what Central wants to do. Want to find some space in the zone coverage, want to find the athletic mismatch. Clovis doing a really nice job coming downhill in the run game or banging receivers and not allowing space in the pass game.
3rd and 7. If you don't convert here, you're going to turn the ball back over to Clovis with a lot of time. And another big play by Reinhold, an open field tackle that prevents Smith from picking up a first down.
Yeah, that's not a tackle that Brandon Smith, not a tackle made against Brandon Smith very often in the open field. That was nice.
Stay tuned for your Xfinity halftime show featuring the Educator Spotlight, sponsored by EECU.
Central's offense on the field, 4th down from their own 32.
This is maybe trying to get Clovis to jump.
I would not surprise me if Kyle Biggs runs a play here.
They are going to run it, and it's incomplete, nearly picked off. So now great field position for Clovis to take over. Now, let's take a look at the H&E scissor lift, giving us our aerial footage. Our thanks to H&E Equipment for their help with our equipment rentals for your FNR games. H&E Equipment, where others stop, we continue. Say hi to Eric. Got the fun job, especially if the wind really starts to blow.
Yeah, right.
Might be coming down from there.
4th down, Central, 3-by-1, trying to isolate David Bell on the backside. But again, Noah Luginbill, second level defender, reading Earl Riley's eyes and making a play on the football, that time knocking that one away for an incompletion and setting up his offense inside the 30.
With more than 3 minutes left. Well, that's a couple of times now I've seen a slip by a player. Pass into the end zone. The official goes down. The pass was incomplete, but everyone here is pointing to the official.
Yeah. The official almost got ran over. That Jacob Saudade caught that football, but he was out of the back of the end zone.
So great defense by the official.
Aaron Wilkins is upset, but that was an incomplete pass. He was out of bounds when he caught that football.
Just got tripped up there.
I think they're upset because the official was on the ground and stood up and called that incomplete, but that was an incomplete pass. So it was just
the right call, 2nd and 10.
Very awkward. And all right, he's laughing at himself.
He says, I know they're talking about me on TV right now.
I know on my TV falling down.
I know. Somebody burned that tape.
Yeah. Can't wait to have 1,400 text messages when he gets done with this football game.
Roman Moreno, the ball carrier, and a late flag comes out. Flag sponsored by Fresno Suit Outlet.
Ooh, maybe a face mask.
During the run, incidental face mask, number 5 on the defense. 5-yard penalty, result, first down.
So 1st and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru, and now this drive has penetrated the Toyota red zone at the 15, 1st and 10.
2:55 left and counting. Clovis,
no
hurry.
Moreno again off the right side.
Clovis all 3 timeouts. Going back to that double wing formation, using Reinhold and Luginbill, or Reinhold and Kate Alexander as a couple of lead blockers, whether they're running it with Deegan Rose or running it with Roman Moreno, just using a little power football to be deliberate on this offensive drive.
Rose to throw into the end zone. Pass incomplete. That was intended for John Alexander. John McCabe, check that.
Yeah, Jamari Carter, lockdown coverage. Press man, no help. Good job at the line of scrimmage, getting his hands on the receiver and then going up and making a play on the football. Not a throw that Deegan Rose should have made. Probably should have just thrown that one away, but really nice job by Carter.
Now 3rd down. Rose gets away from the rush. Pass is complete to the 10. And that's it.
Central should call timeout.
And timeout called by Central. On a 4th down play is what we're looking at.
Timeout, Central. They're first of the half. Clock operator, please put 2:02 on the game clock. 2:02.
This TV timeout is sponsored by Ventura TV Electronics and Appliances, your low price leader since 1951.
Nice job in coverage that time by Central. Clovis, 3 receivers to the boundary, just running a mesh route, trying to pick some defenders off in the middle of the field, or trying to hit the running back out of the backfield quickly. Brandon Smith, nice job making an open field tackle. We'll see. 4th and 5. Clovis went for it on 4th and 9 earlier in the football game and converted that into a touchdown. 21-7. Is 24-7 that much of a difference against this very explosive Central offense? They haven't really gotten rolling yet. Clovis has done a really nice job defensively, but you know they have the guys to get it done.
Give us 28, Coach.
Right.
Give us 28.
They don't need a lot of time. They don't need a lot of possessions to be right back in this football game. So wouldn't surprise me at all if Aaron Wilkins keeps his offense on the football field and tries to convert this 4th down.
That's the look they're showing now. They're bringing out the regular unit, not the kicking unit.
All right, we'll see if they try to get Deegan Rose out of the backfield, if they bring that wing in motion.
Rose, there's a flag, and the play is stopped. Flag on the play, sponsored by Fresno Suit Outlet, home of the 3-suit deal. Here's the call.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 5 on the offense. 5-yard penalty remains. 4th down. Please put 2:02 on the game clock.
So if that had gone the other way, that would have been a first down. So now it's 4th and 10.
Yeah, now this is a field goal situation. Now get points. 4th and 10.
32-yard field goal attempt for Caleb Farman. And he boots it through. Caleb Farman, 32-yard field goal, and it's 24-7.
That's a good stop, though, for the Central defense. Sudden change situation. Your offense gets stopped. Clovis gets the football inside the 30. Your only goal as a defense is to make them kick a field goal. Do not let them get into the end zone. Good stop by Central. Still 2 minutes left in the football game. Plenty of time. 2 timeouts, plenty of time for the Central offense to go down the field and put some points on the board, get a little momentum before halftime, knowing that they come back in the second half and start with the football.
Please set the game clock to 1:58. 1:58.
Keeping the folks next to us very busy right here. The timekeeper is sitting here.
Yeah, 2:02 before the kick, 1:58 after the kick.
Farman to kick off. And now if you're Central, you don't want to give it right back after about 30 seconds either.
Another boot.
Kicks it away into the end zone. His kicks have been progressively getting stronger and stronger. I think there was a little momentum behind that one.
Right.
Adrenaline after the 32-yard field goal.
Yeah,
Feeling pretty good.
He was upset they didn't let him kick the one earlier in the football game. He's like, come on, man, this is field goal range, 4th down. But, all right, Central 1:58, 2 timeouts, plenty of time. Execute your offense. Earl Riley's had a clean pocket. They haven't got the run game going, but they found some mismatches in that underneath coverage for Clovis. Clovis has done a good job vertically, not allowing these very talented Central receivers to beat them deep. We'll see how Central attacks this 2-minute drill.
Riley to the near sideline. Pass is complete. Hauled in by Josh Hill. That'll be a 1st and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru.
Really nice. Clovis cornerbacks playing off coverage, not going to give up anything cheap or deep. Timing route, outcut right on the sideline. That was the best throw that Earl Riley's made all night long.
Going to throw again. Has a receiver out there. Streaking inside the 40. Going up for it and cannot bring it down. That was Morgan again, I believe. Boy, he is a threat.
Yeah, once again,
if he can bring it in.
Had a step on the defender. A little bit of a difficult catch that time, having to reach up and catch that one over his head. But again, missed opportunity again for this Central offense. A step on the defender, just could not bring that football in.
Stop the clock with 1:46 to go. Riley's pass to Smith is complete. He's tackled short of the 35.
Yeah,
Reinhold has been very busy in the second quarter.
Yeah, making some really nice open field tackles against a very explosive Brandon Smith. He's singled up with Brandon Smith. That time Clovis sends pressure. They hit Smith out of the backfield quickly. Nice recognition by Earl Riley, but a great open field tackle from Reinhold.
3rd down. And that was thrown between a couple of receivers. An incomplete, stopping the clock at 1:12. 4th down. Central will have to punt. turn him loose and go for a block here?
Yeah, really surprised at the way that this Clovis defense has been able to match up with the skill position players from Central. Man coverage that time. Locked up all the way across the football field. That time, Earl Riley trying to hit the slant route, but not enough space to fit that one in. But see, Central just need to get to halftime. 1:12 left. Don't make any mistakes. Don't give up any big plays. Get in the locker room and make your adjustments.
Kick is away and takes a great Central bounce all the way down to the 21, 22-yard line. So Aiden Chavez dialed up the good punt when he really needed it.
Yeah, we'll see what Clovis does. 58 seconds, 3 timeouts. Deegan Rose has been Dylan tonight. You know, you would trust him to protect the football, not make a mistake that really costs your football team. Maybe they start with something easy, a screen, try to get some blockers out in front of one of these receivers, see if they can pick up a chunk to get this drive started all the way back at the 22-yard line.
You know what I say, cut them loose.
We'll see how aggressive they are, up 24-7.
Empty backfield, go deep. Rose, plenty of time, very deep drop, deep throw, has a receiver out there, incomplete. Couple of defenders on the play. Cheney was the intended receiver. Jamari Carter, one of those defenders in there. Carter, one of 2 brothers on this team. His brother's Jamarcus Carter.
Oh, I think Jamari Carter comes down with that. Jalen Jones trying to make a play on the football. I mean, you can't help that. If you're a DB and you see the ball in the air, you're going to try and get that thing. Nice coverage by Carter. Good job by Jones coming over and trying to make a play on the ball. They did. Central only rushed 3. Good protection from Deegan Rose. Decides to take a shot on first down.
Oh, he's going to be hit from behind. And stopped for a sack. So Jeremiah Cooks, a senior, coming in there and making that tackle for loss. And the clock will stop now. Central calls timeout.
Central, their second of the half.
Yeah, it's 3rd and long. They're trying to get this football back.
This TV timeout sponsored by Ventura TV, Electronics and Appliances, your low price leader since 1951.
Third and 17, way backed up in your own territory. Clovis will expect them to run the football, force Central to use that final timeout of the half. Don't leave them with any when they get this football back.
Please put 43 seconds on the game clock. 4-3.
Kyle Biggs like, why are you taking 5 seconds? It should be 48.
Did you see what happened? Don Smith, our official in the booth? No.
Maybe they didn't run the clock on the last play.
The roll to the right and the pass by Rose incomplete. That pass intended for Cade Alexander.
Yeah, stops the clock. 38 seconds left.
4th and long.
Central going to get the ball probably in Clovis territory.
Braylon Hall drops back, and we haven't really heard anything from him.
No, hasn't really gotten going yet. Only been targeted 1 time in the game. Had 1 punt return, but really nice coverage by Clovis on that 1 punt return. Doesn't look like Central's going after this one. Let's see if they try to set up a return here. Ooh, that was way out of bounds.
Another kick out of bounds.
I mean, way out of bounds.
Teams have had opportunities tonight, but we've talked about it, hanging on to the football.
Yeah, Clovis early in the game. This is a touchdown for Reinhold. He's made up for that one, but E.J. Morgan, a couple of opportunities, just could not bring the football in, and it's really been Central with most of the missed opportunity in this game. And Morgan, unfortunately, you know, when it becomes that much of a problem, it can just get into your head. And that last play, incompletion, if Clovis brings that one in, they force Central to use the last timeout instead. Central hanging on to that one timeout for this last possession.
Great job by our crew putting that together. And now Riley flushed onto the pocket. He's going to run the far side, inside the 20, down the sideline, inside the 10. And a big collision there. Like Aiden Hernandez was the guy who had the contact, but it was a big hit on both sides and right down the field with a big play, bigger play than maybe a pass play would have been.
Yeah, nice job by Riley. Almost got sacked. Clovis getting some pressure, but not keeping contained. And then Earl Riley finishing this one a little bit off bounds, but putting the shoulder down and finishing physically. We'll see. Empty again. See if they go Scott on Noah Luganbill.
22 seconds to go. Riley. That's the last thing he could do is take a sack. Now have to take a timeout. But everything collapsed on him.
Yeah,
nowhere to go.
Timeout.
Zero pressure.
Central, their third and final of the half.
Zero pressure that time, so no help, man-to-man across the board. Everybody else trying to get to the quarterback. Nowhere for Earl Riley to escape that time. Nice job by Clovis. Staying gap sound when they sent that pressure, forcing Earl Riley to tuck it and just try to salvage some yards. We'll see if Clovis stays aggressive down here inside the 10. You don't want to give Earl Riley time to create with his legs. He's shown that a couple times tonight.
But well, there's time for 3 throws for the end zone.
But if you send zero pressure, you have to get home because there's no help for any of your cover guys. And Central has so many athletes across the field. It's difficult for all 5 defenders to play sticky coverage during an entire route, especially if you're able to protect. So we'll see if they continue to send extra pressure at Riley, if they play man coverage on the back end, or they've played zone pretty much exclusively when Central gets into that empty formation. It looks like Brandon Smith back in the backfield.
Now timeout taken by Clovis.
Timeout, Clovis.
So they saw the look. But did they go out there with a look that they know is going to be a timeout, so they're going to change it? So they give them a false look?
I think that's how Clovis has been lining up. When it's 3-by-1, they're hanging Luganbill in that flat area, so it's not a true one-on-one matchup on that one receiver side. The pick 6, he was the extra defender on that one receiver side. The 4th down, same thing, extra defender on the single receiver side. So Clovis has played, they've stayed pretty consistent with what they're doing defensively. I think they just wanted to see, is Central coming out in that empty look, or are they going to run something else that time? 3-by-1, Brandon Smith in the backfield. I expect Clovis to line up pretty much the same. The only difference would be, do they send Noah Luganbill from that single receiver side, or do they drop him into coverage?
Riley with a quick throw and dropped. Add that one to the list. And that was Braylon Hall, first his opportunity.
Yeah, nice job though. Roman Moreno getting a hit on Braylon Hall right as that ball got to his hands. And honestly, that's probably the better outcome for Central. If not, Braylon Hall gets tackled around the 2-yard line, 14 seconds left. They may not be able to get another playoff in that situation.
3rd down now. Riley being chased from behind, gets away. Throws to the end zone, it's picked off. Laid it up there, and coming down with it was Roman Moreno for a touchback with 6 seconds left before halftime.
Yeah, just trying to make a play, and it looked like Dalen Scott was open, but Moreno doing a nice job coming back to the football. Earl Riley escaping pressure, buying some time, trying to find Scott in the back of the end zone. But Moreno, nice job reading Earl Riley's eyes, dropping back underneath Dalen Scott, dodging a big bullet after Earl Riley setting him up inside the red zone. 2 big turnovers from this Clovis defense. One Noah Luganville takes back to the house for 6, this time keeping 6 off the board.
They'll keep it on the ground to run out the clock. And that'll do it for the second quarter. Clovis creating some space with Central with a 24-7 lead over the Grizzlies. Tonight's second quarter has been sponsored by Sang Pediatrics. I'm looking downstairs to see if we're going to have a coach's interview.
I think Kevin Miller's on it.
Kevin is
He's
crossing
heading across the field.
field.
There we go.
Actually, he needs to come back to this side.
Aaron Wilkins coming back.
Aaron Wilkins. So when he gets there, we'll just let him go. Go ahead, Kevin.
All right, here with Coach. And now that's the way you end the half right there. Time of possession in your favor. Defense looking sharp. What do you got to do to maintain this lead and get the win?
You know, I just think it comes down to kids' mentality of what we call cutting the head off, right? And just going out and doing the same thing that we've been doing. We've been tackling well. You know, we've had a good job controlling the clock, possession, and running the ball. We're very balanced offense. So, and then, you know, 18 hasn't caught a ball. 18 is one of the best players in this valley. So that's what our whole game plan was, to take him away, and we'll see what adjustments Coach makes. He's a great coach, and he'll make adjustments, as will we.
Indeed. Looking forward to the second half. Coach, go get with your guys. Ralph Cam, second half coming up right after this. Back to you.
No name, just number 18, yeah. Braylon Hall.
That's right. There's the interception that killed the last threat of Central, but still another half to play. We're at halftime. Clovis leads Central.
The perfect recipe doesn't exist. It's a work in progress. We add a little something, change this, tweak that, constantly improving the result, so the next generation can build on the achievements of the previous one. Toyota is no different, improving generation after generation to build better vehicles with more reliability, fuel efficiency, and safety. Toyota, let's go places.
At the dental office of Dr. Donald Anderson, we use the latest dental technology with exceptional dental care, like same-day ceramic crowns, saving time and additional appointment hassles. The latest in 3D scanning technology. For a better smile, using Sure Smile orthodontic clear aligners. For athletes, we specialize in 3D printed mouth guards or to prevent nighttime clenching and grinding issues. And for healthier gums, we offer PerioProtect gingival trays and laser-assisted gum therapy. Call Dr. Donald Anderson's office for your next dental appointment.
This Saturday, ACC football on the CW continues with a matchup between two of the conference's rising stars. True freshman Anthony Calandria leads the Cavaliers of Virginia on the road to Boston College to face dual threat Thomas Castellanos and the high-flying Eagles.
I gotta get it on myself.
Virginia-Boston College
on CW 59.
Welcome back, everybody. It is not only halftime at Central, it is also homecoming. So we're getting a chance to take in some of the festivities. Of course, this will be the homecoming king and queen competition for that. The halftime show is sponsored by Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi for an incredibly fast and powerful connection only from Xfinity. Kevin Miller standing by with the whole group down there, I see, so let's send it to him.
Yeah, welcome to the Xfinity Halftime Report and our Vince Wesson Scholar Athlete, brought to you by Wendy's Breakfast, the 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles. It's the perfect duo. And speaking of duo, we've got our Scholar Athlete, Kamana Powell, and her teammates from the softball team. What's up, Grizzlies? This is the first. Kamana Bones Powell, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Number 77 in your program, number 1 in your heart. Now, can I brag on you a little bit? I'm just going to. 4.0, perfect GPA. And let's name the sport of sports you play.
Softball.
All right. And what position?
I play outfield.
Okay, and what is your favorite part about softball? And please mention your teammates because they're right behind you.
My favorite part about softball is that it's a team sport. You know, it's not all on you. If you make a mistake, you have your teammates behind you.
And they've got your back. Literally, here they are. And then something very special is about to happen. I mean, we've got homecoming, yes, those festivities, but what's about to go down in just a little bit?
We're about to get our Valley Championship ring.
Hey, you ready for that bling? They're about to put a ring on it, y'all, and it's the ring ceremony. Tell us about that championship a little bit, Kamana.
The championship for us was a bit of unfinished business. We lost the year before, but we came back stronger, and we defeated Bullard.
Oh, how sweet, and you may be looking for a repeat. Yeah. All right, spoiler alert, all right? So, co-curricular activities, I'm sure you participate in a few.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do the Black Student Union, Athletes as Readers and Leaders, and I also sometimes help volunteer for a 10U travel team.
Wonderful. And then since you're a senior, any plans for next year?
I'm committed to play softball at the University of Northern Colorado, and I'm hoping to major in maybe medical administrations.
Wow, well, congratulations. Sounds like you've got a career in giving back to the community. And now, Kamana, you go into the running for a $5,000 scholarship, courtesy of Wendy's Breakfast. Sounds pretty good, right?
Yes.
The breakfast and the scholarship. Well, congratulations to our Vince Wesson Scholar Athlete, Kamana Powell of Central High School. Let's give it up. Do we have a sneak peek at the ring? All right, once you get them, you come back. We're going to have the TV on. Hey, we'll be back with more Xfinity Halftime Report right after this. Bones. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Welcome back to the Xfinity Halftime Report. It's time for our Educator Spotlight, brought to you by EECU. And we have principal from the Clovis High School, Matt Lucas. Matt, how you doing this evening?
Doing great. How are you, Kevin?
Oh, great. Good to see you. And then, of course, our host with the most from Central East High School, Brad Edmonds, principal. How we doing tonight?
Doing great, Kevin. How are you?
Fantastic. And it's homecoming. And then here's what happens with live TV. We discover a bit of a reunion. Matt may have been a student while Brad was over at San Joaquin Memorial. That was nice, man. You guys remember each other. Yeah. Very cool, very cool. Now, Matt, this is your first year as principal. How are things going in light of just an amazing Clovis High staff, community, and students?
Well, you're an alum, right, from Clovis High? Yeah, there we go. But no, it's been a great year. The staff's really focusing on just getting students involved, right? It's a family atmosphere, and we're really connecting with students, whether it's through the visual and performing arts, athletics, clubs. But the main thing is get them connected, because we know when they're connected to school, they're going to succeed.
Beautiful approach. Appreciate you so much. Thanks for sharing, Matt. Wish you all the best this year. And then Brad, the host with the most. It isn't Friday Night Rivals if we're not here at Central. What's trending now other than homecoming? What's going on? What's happening?
What's trending? Our teachers are doing an amazing job making strong connections with our students. And at Central, we have a motto, Central Grizzlies over everything. And you just saw one of our softball players, our softball team, Central Grizzlies over everything, CGOE. It's the spirit of Central. It's what we're all about. Our student section, the best in the Valley, Central Grizzlies over everything, CGOE.
Yep. Two-time student section most spirited on Friday Night Rivals. Brad, thanks for hosting and being here. Matt, wish you all the best. Thanks for being here. And of course, we're going to be back with more Xfinity Halftime Report right after this. Welcome back to the Xfinity Halftime Report. And of course, with homecoming funtivities, there's always something special afoot at halftime. And we just had our homecoming king and queen crowned. The king was a football player, so he was very busy. That was very cool. Alum were here. The student section was just forward lean, wanting to know who the votes were counted for and who, of course, won. So just a great pomp and circumstance, just a slice of Americana right here at Central High School. And then you saw Kamana Powell, a.k.a. Bones, our Vince Weston Scholar athlete, earn that award and be nominated for that Wendy's scholarship. And right now, we're going through, come on, follow me a little bit. This is pretty special because we've got the ring ceremony, got that bling, putting a ring on it. And Central High School, the Central Section champions of 2023, got some unfinished business taken care of, beating a rival in Bullard. And this squad is primed for a back-to-back repeat, dare we say. And so, of course, they're getting their rings now. If you take a look, you can see just the awe that they have, the astonishment that they have, the celebration, those flashback to memories. This is good, good stuff. And after every team member gets their ring and the coaching staff, of course, we move into the highlight of our halftime, and that is the Les Schwab Cheer Challenge, the tire relay. And we have been highlighting all season long here on Friday Night Rivals the partnership between FNR and Les Schwab, and really for our Central section, the state, the nation, and what Les Schwab means to our communities. Because, of course, they're a part of our communities. They're more than just tires. They're about safety. They're about customer service. They're about checking your alignment, your brakes, your shocks, your struts, all those things so that you and your family can be safe on the road. And thinking about the Big Fresno Fair that's just right around the corner, they are a major sponsor of our FFA and 4-H programs so that they can participate in this remarkable event. That is Les Schwab doing what is right matters to them. And of course, what's doing right and what's going right now is our chance to do the cheer challenge. Because I know right now those softball players, they're clearing the way. They are fired up, ready to go. And that means our cheerleaders primed, prepped, the tires are aligned, the tires are balanced. Will it be the cheerleaders from the Clovis High School, or will it be the cheerleaders from Central East High School? I will give my commands. Heads up, everybody, they're coming right at us. Here we go. On your marks, get set, go! Oh, usually it's the one that gets off to a big lead. Uh-oh, there's a little rotation problem here. Alignment by the Cougars, but if the Grizzlies at the line, no discrepancy here. clear-cut finish. Come on over here. The Grizzlies turning the tide. Grizzlies, come on over. Ladies, unbelievable. How about make some noise for the camera? I'm telling you.
Natural born athletes.
You've never done the cheer challenge tire roll before?
No.
First time. Amazing. They have done like 17 dances tonight. They've cheered all game, and they've got enough energy for this. Congratulations, Central High School, for that cheer challenge. Yeah, hey, we're going to be back with more Xfinity Halftime Report right after this. Let's go, Grizzlies! Woo!
Upstairs to Kevin Miller with the coach. Kevin.
Yeah, Ralph, thanks. Here with the fired up and very focused Kyle Biggs. Coach, what are we going to do in the second half to get this done?
We got to start playing with some heart, man. I mean, one play at a time and play with some heart and with some effort and see how this half ends. It's all, I mean, not much we can do.
Yeah, man. Go get with your guys. Hey, heart of a lion, Kyle Biggs, and he's going to instill that in the Central Grizzlies. This is going to be a second half. Ralph, Cam, buckle up.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Coach.
I'm buckled. I'm ready. I'm ready for this.
All right.
I know that was an impassioned halftime speech by Kyle Biggs because Central had opportunities in that first half. Just too many self-inflicted mistakes. They clean those up. This is a totally different game. And all they have to do, like you said, one possession at a time. Put points on the board, get a stop. 17 points is not a lot for this Central offense at all.
Some of the first half highlights. Deacon Rose with the touchdown pass.
Yeah, Deacon Rose has played a really nice game, and this is what they want to do. Scott on Luganville, creating space, and then in the red zone, the vertical route.
Galen Scott for the catch.
Deacon Rose, the power back. And Luganville just snagging this one, coming as the flat defender, making a big time play and getting to the house.
Yeah, maybe a turning point play in the game.
Yeah. And Riley.
Watch the hit at the end of this one.
Ooh. Goodness. Lucky, probably lucky that one.
Yeah, drop passes, then the interception in the end zone to really end that first half.
That's tough. Taking points off the board right there. That's incomplete. Maybe you kick a field goal. It's 24-10. You're down 2 possessions instead of 3 possessions.
Tonight's third quarter is sponsored by Onacar, home of the $500 down sales event.
Is that the Clovis mascot? That's not a cougar. It's a cowboy with the vest and a beard and a cowboy hat, though.
I think Kevin has a look at those softball championship rings now for us. Kevin.
We'll tell you when.
You're on, bud.
Show your rings.
Got to get a little closer than that.
That's putting a ring on it right there. Central Section champs. Rings, more rings, more rings.
Yeah, let's really see it.
Yeah.
Now you're talking.
Blinging.
That's what's going down.
Wow.
That's big time. Big time. Never got a ring in high school, Ralph. Ringless. My daughter has 2. I have 0. My wife has 0. That's special. Ring in high school that's something.
Well, if they gave out rings for performances on television, you would get a ring.
They don't. They don't give out rings for that.
We might have to look into that.
I have an NFC Championship ring, but it doesn't feel right to ever wear it, ever. It feels like you were one game away from being a Super Bowl champion, and you're not. That's what it feels like. Those are championship rings.
Pretty nice.
It is nice.
Yeah.
It is nice.
Yeah.
Here we go, Central. Opening possession.
Boy, another long kickoff to the back of the end zone and out. So no opportunity for a run back by Central. Grizzlies will start at the 25 or the 20-yard line.
You hear this said a lot during games. This is a big possession. This is a big possession. But this is a huge possession for Central. Not just because they're down 17 points coming out to start the second half, but because Kyle Biggs, all he said during that interview is we have to play with energy. We have to play with heart. They need to show that right on this very first drive starting the second half. Oh.
And they'll go on the ground with a big play right off the gate. There's another big run by David Bell. We saw him briefly in the first half. And it looks like they're going with David Marquez at quarterback. So that was David Bell, the ball carrier.
Yeah, nice run, and Marquez is in at quarterback.
Back to Bell. This time he's taken down after a gain of about 3.
Yeah, Marquez replacing Earl Riley. A couple of turnovers, one in the red zone, the other one for points for Clovis. So Kyle Biggs trying to inject some energy into this offense. Let Marquez start the second half.
And his first pass is complete down inside the 20.
And I think Kyle Biggs was upset on that last run on first down because he thought that throw right there to Dalen Scott was open. Marquez a touch late on that one. Could have hit him a little bit earlier, but that was a rope right on the money. And this Central offense is rolling in this first possession.
First and 10, sponsored by K1 Speed. Arrive and drive in the Toyota Red Zone. Another pass, and there comes a flag.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive on Braylon Hall. Whether he's at the number 2 receiver spot or the number 3 receiver spot, they are getting hands on him every single rep. That time, just a little bit too long with the grab on the back.
Pass interference, number 25 on the defense. Penalties half the distance to the goal. Results, first down.
Yeah, you take that penalty yardage. It's bigger than the gain. To give you our officials again, the referees Kevin Blevins, Jason Brooks is the umpire, head linesman is James Rodriguez, line judge is Guillermo Villanueva, and the back judge is Aaron Ween.
Yeah, he never took his hands off of Braylon Hall. Nice job bringing that one in. RPO again, Marquez making a good decision with the football.
And the pass goes to the near side.
And
is that Hall on the catch? Or number 11?
Yeah, was that Braylon Hall's first catch of the game? I couldn't tell who ended up with that one. This is why Marquez is in the game. RPO. Clovis has done a good job. When it's run, they're downhill. When it's passed, they're falling back. If you run RPO, you can make them wrong with your decision after the snap. Marquez making really quick decisions with what to do with the football. Now it looks like he's got a single receiver manned up.
David Marquez is a senior. He's going to keep it himself. Runs around Luganville. Breaks the tackle into the end zone. Touchdown. How's that for a statement to start the second half?
Talk about playing with heart. Talk about playing with energy. A switch of the quarterback. David Marquez comes in to run that RPO game, and then second and goal. Quarterback design run, powering his way into the end zone.
Extra point is good. Just like that, it's a 10-point game.
10 points is nothing. Nothing to the Central offense. That drive, 2 minutes and 4 seconds off the clock. Marquez, quarterback power, breaking the tackler of Luganville, who's such a short tackler. Clovis did a really good job of making open field tackles. Marquez would not be denied getting into the end zone. That is how you start the second. That's exactly what Kyle Biggs was talking about coming out of halftime. We have to play with some heart. It's exactly what they did on that first drive.
The whole sideline gets a lift now. I'm seeing guys with high fives and all pumped up now. Because you're right back in it.
A lot easier to play defense, right, when your offense goes down and scores like that. It energizes you, energizes everybody on this team.
the kick. And he sends it deep as the two deep men let it go between them and through the end zone for another touchback.
And we'll see how Clovis responds. Did not really get the run game going in the first half at all, outside of really the Deegan Rose runs in the red zone, in the tight red zone. Deegan Rose made good decisions with the football, didn't put this offense into negative situations. We'll see if they try to reestablish the run game, if they add some extra blockers around the line of scrimmage, or if they're going to say, Deegan Rose, this is your game to help us win.
Well, the crowd was energized, making so much noise, it's like somebody just pulled the plug. Luganville gets tripped up. Spot him just across the 20.
Yeah, too much speed on this Central defense.
Maybe
trying to run sideline to sideline. Luganville looked like he was able to bounce that one and create some space, but Carter just closing that distance so quickly.
Second and 9, the ball is loose. Central may have it. And the Grizzlies do.
Wow. Trying to run that same jet sweep play with Saudate coming in motion and not sure if he dropped the little toss forward from Deegan Rose or if Deegan Rose didn't quite handle that snap. But a big-time mistake, just the timing was off. He tried to jump up. The snap was a little bit high. Deegan Rose tried to grab it, bring it back down. Saudate running full speed. We saw that last week in Chowchilla. The timing of those jet motion plays has to be perfect or something like that can happen. What a start to this second half for the Central Grizzlies.
Jose Aguilar recovered the fumble, came out of that wrestling match with the football at the 11-yard line.
Like Central had 12 guys on the field.
Marquez hands it off, and Brandon Smith cannot get away. Nate Reinhold in on another big defensive play. The loss is out to the...
Yeah, I think they're going
to... As soon as they set the ball down.
I think it was an illegal formation.
Illegal shift, 2 men in motion at the time of the snap. Penalties decline, so the play, second down.
Illegal shift. Didn't see 2 guys moving, but yeah, nice play by Reinhold, man. He has been so solid making tackles in space tonight against some really good athletes.
Ball's back out on the 18.
Back to empty.
Comes pressure, the pass is away and complete. Then stopped at about the 15-yard line. Josh Hill made the catch.
Back to empty. Clovis's answer is just to bring zero pressure. We're going to get that ball out of your hands quickly, but I think the reason why Marquez is playing quarterback right now because he can make those decisions very quickly. That time finds an open receiver to set up a 3rd and shorter.
Big 3rd down play. Hall, the receiver, fought his way down near the 10. And this is going to be a field goal opportunity for Melgar.
Yeah, down 10. Take the points. Really nice job by Clovis's defense, though. We talked about it earlier. Sudden change situation in plus territory. Just keep that offense out of the end zone. Don't compound that mistake with another opportunity to sway the momentum of this game. Nice stop. Good job forcing this field goal.
Now let's see if he just made it
Prior
longer.
to snap, false start. Number 79, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Went from being a 29-yard attempt now to a 34-yard attempt.
Well, if that touchback is any indication, I think plenty of leg from Melgar.
High snap. And it's good. I think Marquez was the holder. He did a good job getting that ball back down and spotted for the kick.
Yeah, he did a really nice job. That was a high snap that he was able to get down, and good job by Melgar too. The timing was just a little bit slower than normal. He slowed that approach down just a little bit. Still had plenty of leg on that 34-yarder. A couple of big-time legs in this game from these two kickers. And
Caleb Farman hit a 32-yard field goal, and now Edwin Melgar with a 34-yarder. And it's a one-touchdown game.
Just like
7.5 to go in the third.
Just like that, 7-point ball game. And energy back on this Central sideline. Guys are engaged. They are believing. They have some of the momentum.
Well, they scored 10 points in 4.5 minutes. Melgar with another kick into the end zone for a touchback. Now let's go downstairs to Kevin Miller. Kevin.
The Friday Night Rivals is powered by the United States Army, and I'm here with Sergeant Vo and Sergeant Bobo. Sergeant Vo, what inspired you to enlist in the United States Army?
Well, I've always wanted to travel, and it gave me the opportunity to get out of my small hometown of Springfield, Massachusetts. Not a lot of people know where that is. Yeah. But I've been to Hawaii, Texas, Germany, all over overseas, and it's given me what I wanted. So.
Wow, what opportunities. And Sergeant Bobo, how about you? What inspired you?
I'd say being second-gen military, my mom and dad did it before me. So right now it's a tradition, and I just want to follow in the footsteps of my mom and dad and then see the world myself.
What a legacy, and we're about to establish a legacy of our own. Of course, continue it. What's about to go down? Push-up challenge. It's time to get a workout in. We've got some youngins. They're about to get educated right now. Let's go. Let's make this happen. Let us know, Sergeant, when we're ready. Ready, set, go. Oh, yeah. Now, see, these young guys, they don't know how to pace themselves. The Central High offense, they're chalking it up via video to my right. So I'm going to be chill, smooth. We've got already 3 that have stopped. They put their knees down. They're laughing right now because they know I see them. I see them out of my peripheral. I used to play basketball, man. I know how to guard defenders and see the whole floor. You know they stop. Sergeant Bo is going to let me win. Sergeant Bobo already stopped. He just let me win. These guys are trained. We'll be back. Ralph Cam, take it away. This is at least 41. Yeah. This is. Wait a minute. Are you going down? Come on. All right, Ralph Cam. Back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. Sergeant Vo talking about the small town of Springfield, Massachusetts. That's the home of the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Springfield, Massachusetts. I don't know if many people have heard of that. Maybe not basketball fans, but
I've been there, yeah.
If you're not a basketball fan.
We played that their tournament one year when Tark was head coach. Fresno State made the trip back there. Yeah. A great tackle by Brandon Smith, stopping Rose short of the first down, and now there's a 4th and 1 facing Clovis from the 29.
The tush push. Oh, he stopped.
Ooh, I don't know.
He stopped.
No,
he had to get to the 30.
There.
He is short.
Boy, and all the momentum is shifted to the other sideline.
Wow, what a stop by the Central defense.
First guy out there with the fist pump, the head coach, Kyle Biggs, and he's still out there congratulating his guys. Here's another look.
Just absolutely stuffed them that time. Got lower than the lower man and was able to turn back that Clovis offense.
Yeah, this game is changing like the weather here. All right, another look at the defensive stand on 4th and 1 by Central.
Central just got lower on that defensive line than Clovis was on the offensive line. Clovis Take a page out of the Eagles book. They put those two running backs right behind Jalen Hurts and just push him into the end zone.
Well, the
Give your boy
Grizzlies,
a little bit of push.
The Grizzlies put Chandrick Smallwood in the middle of that line at 6 foot 320, and he helped get it done. Big number 99.
Low and stout. And that's exactly what you're trying to be on those short yardage plays. What a stop for Central.
So now the Grizzlies start from the Clovis 29. Great field position. A touchdown behind.
Sudden change situation. Take a shot time potentially for Central.
David Bell has been the workhorse. He's kind of been the spark plug offensively. He picked up about 3 to 4 on that play.
Yeah, it looked like he had more space, but Reinhold again just coming downhill. He's been physical all night in the run game.
Back to Bell, and he was blasted and dropped by Reinhold again.
I'm telling you,
these guys are going to be seeing number 7 in their sleep tonight.
He is just triggering as soon as he sees run. He is flying downhill, beating the blocker to the spot, and getting another hat on David Bell. Man, he has played a fantastic football game tonight.
Bell came limping off the field after that play, so he's replaced by Brandon Smith. Marquez throws it this way, and again, big time defense on Dalen Scott. Another guy we've been calling a lot on defense is number 23, Roman Moreno. He was one of those in defensively on that play.
Yeah, Roman Moreno playing physically as well tonight. And that time they ran RPO, but instead of the slant route, note Reinhold is coming downhill, so that slant to Scott is wide open. Instead, they run the bubble. Nice pursuit inside out from that Clovis defense.
Now Central's facing a 4th down play after just starting at the 29. Marquez intended receiver. Out there was number 3, Dalen Scott, incomplete. They turn it over on down, so a missed opportunity for Central.
Man, big time stop from this Clovis defense, and Reinhold coming downhill, 2 physical tackles, and then rallying to the ball in the back end, trying to get Scott to the perimeter. Nice job tackling him for a short loss, and then incompletion, just not really in rhythm that drive at all.
All right, back to Kevin Miller for another financial wellness tip.
Here's Premier Valley Bank with your student financial tip. Increase your income or decrease your spending. Your habits, health, skills, and other commitments determine which one makes more sense for your current situation. Do you need more hours at work, or do you need a car with lower monthly payments? As your circumstances change, so will the best way to improve your finances. This tip was brought to you by Premier Valley Bank, a division of HTLF Bank and a local partner you can always depend on. HTLF Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Ralph Cam, back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. About a 2-yard gain on first down play, 2nd and 8.
Well, this really relying on the run game towards the end of that second quarter and really all of this third quarter. Central doing a nice job defending.
Now Rose to throw, has a receiver out there, and the pass is complete. Oh, tough job holding on to that football. Tyler Marquez made the catch. He's not getting up.
No, I'm not sure.
Hope that's a cramp.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of looked like he was, he felt the cramp the way he was reacting. What a throw by Deegan Rose. 3 deep coverage. The soft spot is right in that seam area.
Going to take a couple of big hits.
Deegan Rose putting one on the money. Nice hit by Jones, and Chung coming back. And yeah, you see, just grab that calf. Those calf cramps, not fun. Good ball.
Good news is he's up and running off the field.
Yeah, right on the money from Deegan Rose, just behind that corner in front of the safety. Good job that time by Marquez, finding that soft spot in that 3 deep coverage, and Deegan Rose right on target.
This is the 1st and 10, sponsored by K1 Speed, Arrive and Drive from the 45. Moreno to the 40 in a big collision at about the 39. They are hitting tonight.
That was a big-time collision right there.
Moreno waving to get off the field. So
give me a breather.
He may have something wrong with his helmet.
Yeah, he's taking it off. Needs something adjusted.
He's like you, getting a reputation as a helmet breaker.
That's right.
I heard that on the radio the other day. Said you broke 2?
Yeah. Yep. Somebody stole one actually from sideline. Someone has it in their garage somewhere.
Luganville. Maybe a yard before he was pushed back.
Just no space in the run game, really, for either of these teams. Outside of Bell. Bell has popped a couple, but really it's been him creating space on his own, making guys miss right around the line of scrimmage. Aiden Chavez, leading tackler on this defense, just flying downhill to take on the lead blocker that time, allowing his team to rally and bring Luganville down. Big 3rd down, 3rd and 3. Clovis, outside of that seam route, has really relied on the run game for the most part in this 3rd quarter. We'll see if they don't go back to the Deacon Rose power run game right here.
That's what it is, and it's going to be, should be enough for a 1st down. 1st and 10, sponsored by K1 Speed, Arrive and Drive. We're talking about helmets. I heard a funny line on the radio yesterday. Eric Dickerson was talking about, when you're in a bad game, a blowout game, nobody wants to play, and they yell at you, get in there. He'd say, I can't find my helmet.
I can't find my helmet.
Can't find my helmet. So that was good enough to keep him out.
He made his own rules. Right, he was good enough.
He was amazing.
Big 1st down pickup. Continue to run this clock.
Rose rolling to the far side. Has a guy in the end zone. It's going to be maybe picked off.
Yeah, he caught it. Oh, my gosh.
Intercepted on a great catch and maybe another cramp.
Yeah, Jamari Carter, 3-level route that time. Clovis running that play action, booting Deacon Rose out. A deep route, a medium route, and then a short route.
I think it is a cramp, so that's a good sign.
And Carter looked like he was beat, looked like Dalton Bird was behind him, but as soon as Rose threw that ball, he got on his horse and made up that distance. Yeah, he's cramping. What a play by Carter. Rose thought he had another one. But a great play by Carter, coming back, adjusting to the football, and then catching, coming up with that one, going to the ground, extending his hands, keeping the ball off of the turf. What a catch by Carter. Man, that's a big-time play.
They're going to spot the ball at the 3-yard line as they take care of Carter over on the sideline. So a long way to go for the Grizzlies to tie this game. There goes Smith. Down the sideline, dragged down from behind at about the 45. But he started at the 3.
Yeah, that's the Brandon Smith that I was expecting to see when he gets space. He is electric that time. Getting to the 2nd level, bouncing outside, and just barely ran down from behind.
So more than 50 yards on that run, and here's Smith. Still pushing the pile down inside the 30. That's going to be another 1st and 10, sponsored by K1 Speed, Arrive and Drive.
Man, what a change of events. Carter coming up with a huge interception and then 2 big-time runs from Brandon Smith. Finally getting number 2 going. We talked about him before the game, how explosive of a weapon he is. Right here, gets to the 2nd level and then bounces it outside, turns the Jets on. If not for a great angle taken by Jaden Mora, he is in the end zone. What a run by the super sophomore, finally getting the run game going.
That gear that he found, but then to be able to be caught.
Yeah, just a nice patient run too. Getting up in there and then bouncing it out. Setting up the defense, thinking Palmer Johnson coming back inside, thinking he's going to hit that vertical, and then he bounces it outside, uses that speed to get to the sideline. Needs a little break now. It's a couple of long runs.
Tonight's third quarter has been sponsored by Own a Car, home of the $500 down sales event. We've played 3, and I know you're going to want to stick around for the 4th. Nobody's going anywhere. It's a 7-point game. Clovis with a lead, 24-17 over Central, but the Grizzlies are growling. We'll be back to Les Schwab Tires. Tonight's fourth quarter is sponsored by Fresno Mazda. Woo. Yeah. Take a breath, because here we go. Quick pass. Complete. Dalen Scott making the catch. All right, tonight's mouth guard moment is sponsored by Donald Anderson DDS. And look at the hit by Noah Luganville.
Oh, man, that was big time. Timed it up perfectly, running the bubble. Big time hit.
All right, again, the mouth guard moment sponsored by Donald Anderson DDS.
Shot to the end zone that time. 2nd and 2. Marquez takes a shot to Morgan, just a little bit long, but 3rd and 2, 4th and 2, definitely 4-down territory for the Central offense.
Bell is back in the game and takes a handoff. Has the first down, spins out of his tackle, and it's thrown down at about the 10-yard line. So that'll be another first down. Sponsored by K1 Speed, Arrive and Drive. And now this drive has reached the Toyota red zone.
David Bell just gets downhill so quickly in the run game.
Bell again. Oh, and he's stopped by Reinhold for no gain, basically. Right at the 10.
Yeah, that was heavy box. Reinhold's coming downhill. Marquez should have pulled that one. He had Braylon Hall running the bubble, had a blocker out in front of him, but gives it to Bell. And Reinhold, man, he has played a great game at inside linebacker, coming downhill, making tackles one-on-one, making tackles in space, and finishing those tackles with physicality.
He's going to jump right off the film in sessions next week. The pass is high and incomplete. Almost had another official go down. There's 2 flags coming in. Maybe it's some contact. Flag on the play, sponsored by Fresno Suit Outlet.
Maybe he got there early. I looked like good coverage to me, but
Pass interference, number 13, defense. Penalties half the distance to the goal. Replay, 2nd down.
that's a tough one. Replay, 2nd down, because half the distance to the goal. Man, I don't know. We'll take a look at this replay, see if we see it. Maybe he got there
right
early.
there. He pushed him into the official, didn't he?
I don't think that was early, though.
Marquez with the keeper. Luganville on the tackle.
Clovis just in the red zone. They're downhill. Zero pressure. We're going to force your hand. We're going to make you make quick decisions with the football. That time Smith on the jet sweep action. Instead, Marquez keeps it coming back the other direction. See if they run that again.
Seems to me that Clovis defense has been out there an awful lot in the second half. Marquez keeps it again. Is going to be pushed out.
That's a first down.
But he's going to be close to first down. You're right.
Yeah, outside zone read with the puller coming back to lead block for Marquez. Marquez is reading that, could give it to Smith. Instead, he keeps it. Backside puller becomes a lead blocker in front of Marquez. And first and goal for the Central Grizzlies, down 7 in the fourth quarter.
First down sponsored by K1 Speed. And here we go.
Same thing.
Keeper by Marquez into the end zone. Touchdown Central.
Kyle Biggs is fired up. Man. Out to the numbers, celebrating his team. This is exactly what he wanted to see in the second half. He said it coming out of halftime. We have to show heart. They've not only shown heart, but they've executed. They've made good decisions. They've minimized mistakes. They played a clean second half. They've taken advantage of opportunities and made big plays when those situations have come up for them, whether offensively, putting the ball in the end zone, or defensively with some big turnovers and a fourth down stop. This time, Marquez, quarterback power with the lead blocker in front of him, will not be denied. How about David Marquez coming off the bench to start the second half, leading this Central offense to a 17-0 run to start the second half.
Who also did a great job on that extra point again. That was a low snap that he was able to get in position for the kick. So you're right. Marquez engineering 17 unanswered points. And we're tied with still just about a whole quarter to play.
And we'll see how Clovis responds. They've really slowed the offense down quite a bit. They've really tried to establish the running game, taking the ball out of Deacon Rose's hands just a little bit. We'll see if they adjust and go back to what was working in that first half. Get Deacon Rose outside the pocket, max protect, running some 2-man or 3-man routes, keeping a clean pocket for Deacon Rose to allow routes to develop down the field. They have not done a lot of that in this second half, and we'll see if they can make that adjustment now with the tie ball game.
All right, downstairs again to Kevin Miller. Kevin.
Hey, Ralph Cam, we're right at your feet in front of one of the hypest student sections in the Valley. And with homecoming festivities, we had a lot going on, right, Victor, this week? What was going down?
We had plenty of things going on. On Tuesday, we had people making bracelets. Thursday, we had people coming up doing tie-dye. Wednesday, we had people karaoke, singing freaking pop songs. It was overall, the whole dress-up days and vibe was just thrilling.
Love it, and it culminated in the rally, right, Samuel?
Yes, the rally was a culmination of all 4 festivals, each class being a different festival, and it was just super hype. Everyone was so excited, and everyone was just excited about the music, and everyone was involved in screaming, and we were loud.
We can tell that school spirit. And then Maya, our ASB president, what about this student section right here?
The student section is just out of this world. It is the best student section ever. And our leadership team has worked so hard for this homecoming, and it's such a good game. Our homecoming went really well.
Yes, and Genesis, let's show the FNR crew how hype this student section is.
We're gonna get hype. All right, y'all be laughing at this right now. Give me a C. Give me an E. Give me an A. Give me a D. Give me an R. Give me an A. Give me an A.
Let's go, Grizzlies! That's what's up. Ralph Cam, you hear us? Make some noise! They believe. Let's go, Grizzlies, Cougars. Ralph Cam, back to you.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Pass complete from Rose to Cheney over on the far sideline. That's a 1st and 10, sponsored by K1 Speed.
Now going back to a little bit of putting the ball in Deacon Rose's hands. Bought time a couple of snaps ago, picked up a first down that time. Timing route on the sideline, accurate ball delivered on time.
Luganville across the 50 pushes the pile down near another first down. I think they're going to have it. Just outside the 45, but it is another 1st and 10, sponsored by K1 Speed, Arrive and Drive.
Nice physical run that time by Luganville. Downhill run, picking up an extra couple yards to move the chains.
Rose with another deep drop, has a receiver open on the near side. Catch is made. That's Marquez.
Central only rushing 3, dropping 8, but that allows Deegan Rose time to allow things to develop. If initially a route is not open, Clovis receivers, they're doing a good job of finding space in this zone coverage. And Deegan Rose, great job keeping his eyes downfield, keeping plays alive to allow guys to get some space.
Another quick pass completion. I realize there are 2 Marquez in the game. Both wear number 8 on opposite teams.
A little confusing. Clovis got away from this. They were up 24-7. I think they wanted to slow the offense down a little bit, take some time off the clock. Now tie game. Ball goes back into Deegan Rose's hands, and he is in full control of this offense right now.
2nd and about 4. Rose gets the pass away. It's incomplete. 3rd and 4.
Ooh, he had Marquez initially too with some space on Braylon Hall, but pressure that time, disrupting Rose in the pocket. Jared Andrade getting in the backfield and ended up bringing Deegan Rose down after he got rid of it. First time really all night that Deegan Rose was not able to go to his first read if his first read was open. 3rd and 4. Big time down.
Gonna throw. Has a completion. Let's see where they spot it. They'll give him a first down. Cheney on the reception.
Yeah, just
and Clovis quickly up to the line.
Little spot route, get to the sticks, turn around, move the chains. Ooh, nice tackle.
Luganville wrapped up and pushed back, but they'll give him progress to the 15.
Aiden Chavez again coming downhill and playing with some anger when he gets to the ball carrier. Leading tackler on the Central defense. He is a physical presence in the middle. First down run, 2nd, 3rd down. It's been Deegan Rose time on this drive.
Luganville with the catch, dropped immediately. Right around the 10-yard line, right around the sticks.
Yeah, just finding space, using the width of the football field. Chung that time, the deep corner had to come down and make that hit on Luganville when he caught the ball in the flat. 3rd down and about 2. We'll see if it's Deegan Rose power run game time again.
Rose keeps it off the right side, has the first down, and then the touchdown. 2nd time we've seen somebody pop out of a pile where you thought they were stopped. And this time Rose with his 2nd touchdown run of the night ends that 17-0 run.
Yeah, what an answer. Up 24-7. Next thing you know, it's 24-24. First time Clovis gets the ball back. What do? They go back to what was working in the first half. Run the ball on first down. Deegan Rose, 2nd and 3rd down.
Where the kicker slipped again as he kicked that one. But Farman put it right through for the extra point.
Deegan Rose just making plays, whether it's with his legs, with his arm. QB Power driving his way into the end zone.
And the Cougars are once again in the lead. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. The drive summary is sponsored by EECU.
Luganville running physically, and then Deegan Rose outside the pocket, finding Marquez. A little spot route to move the chains on first down. Luganville in the flats. And then, once again, Deegan Rose, power running back. Getting into the end zone. Clovis back on top.
So a big opportunity now for Central to answer. 5:22 to go. Clovis might be feeling if we can get a stop, we got the game.
They get a stop. They have the opportunity to try to run this clock out. Central all 3 timeouts. Clovis all 3 timeouts as well. I think each team is going to see the ball at least one more time. Central may get it back another time, depending on how this thing goes. But more importantly, Central down 7, 5:22 on the clock. Marquez has done a good job running the RPO game for the Central offense. Brandon Smith got going that previous drive, popped a couple long runs. I think they'll go right back to that.
All right, here's Kevin Miller with another financial wellness tip.
Yeah, here's Premier Valley Bank with your student financial tip. Increase your income or decrease your spending. Your habits, health, skills, and other commitments determine which one makes more sense for your current situation. Do you need more hours at work, or do you need a car with lower monthly payments? As your circumstances change, so will the best way to improve your finances. This tip was brought to you by Premier Valley Bank, a division of HTLF Bank, and a local partner you can always depend on. HTLF Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Ralph, Cam, let's finish it up. Back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. I'm thinking both these coaches are finding guys from this game tonight that they know can help during a conference season. This is one of them, Bell. Getting the first down across the 30.
Yeah, no doubt. David Bell has done a really nice job. He is so quick getting downhill. He's been a really effective runner of the football tonight. That first down run just slipped a little bit on that turf, but nice run on second down to pick up a first.
First down sponsored by K1 Speed. Marquez, another at quarterback, taking over in the second half, slinging it like that. Another pass completion to Dalen Scott. Scott, a junior, listed at 5'9", 160.
Another solid open field tackle from this Clovis defense all night long. They've done such a great job in space in one-on-one situations of making good tackles to bring a ball carrier down in those situations.
Already burned over a minute. Going to loft that pass up and incomplete. Intended for Morgan, but underthrown.
Yeah, had Morgan press man coverage to the short side of the field. RPO, Marquez pulls at that time. I don't think that's what Kyle Biggs was looking for. 2nd and 7. You want to pick up a few yards to make this third down a little bit more manageable. Now, 3rd and 7.
Need a play.
Gotta give yourself an opportunity right here on 4th down.
Marquez with the pass, and it was incomplete. Defender was kind of draped all over him, but the pass was knocked away. So now you face the decision, 4th down with 4:02 to go.
Yeah, I think this was more contact than the one we saw in the end zone. Definite early contact that time affected Scott's ability to catch the football. I really thought Aiden Hernandez was there early, but Central offense on the football field, 4th down.
Here comes the blitz. Marquez hit as he throws, and then we're going to have a penalty flag coming from the secondary. Scott was taken down at about the 45.
I think it was just some reroutes that time, and Scott got tangled up, and Luganville kind of took him to the ground.
During the pass, holding, number 16 on the defense. 10-yard penalty results, first down.
Holding, tripping, and tackling.
Correction, number 15.
Yeah, Luganville got ran into. That's why he was on the ground.
Yeah, the receiver went down.
Yeah, I think they called Scott being held before that.
And new life for Central. Marquez downfield, and that was nearly a sensational catch. You talk about going all out for it, Dalen Scott.
Yeah, and if Dalen Scott doesn't make that attempt, he didn't bring it in, but if he doesn't even make that attempt, Reinhold is picking this ball off. He was tracking this the whole way. He was going to bring that in for an interception, but Scott with a fantastic effort just to get a hand on the football. Or Reinhold is taking that one back the other way. Clovis, they've been sending pressure this whole drive. They are
coming again,
bringing the house.
And they run it with Bell. A gain of 2 to the 47.
Yeah, man coverage. See if one of your guys, Scott in the slot, Braylon Hall lined up at number 2. Somebody can beat single coverage.
3rd and 7 to Scott. Across the middle. He's going to be short of the first down. But he held on, and it's about a yard short. So another 4th down play. 4th and 1, 3:10 to go.
Yeah, Brandon Smith got that unbalanced formation. Brandon Smith going to come in jet sweep motion. We'll see if Marquez gives it or keeps it on the quarterback run game.
Marquez keeps, needs to get to the 45. It looks like he got just beyond the 45. 1st and 10. Sponsored by K1 Speed, Arrive and Drive.
Didn't send Brandon Smith in motion that time. Just quarterback run game for Marquez. Hit behind the line to gain, but kept his feet moving and was able to pick up that first down.
About 2.5 minutes to go now. 7-point game. Bell in the backfield with Marquez. Pass was deflected and incomplete.
And Clovis keeps sending the single receiver side cornerback off the edge. They are zero blitzing Central. They have not stopped this entire drive. Marquez has not recognized that E.J. Morgan is running free at the snap before that safety comes over and picks him up. That time Morgan was running scot-free down the field. Marquez tried to hit Scott in the slot.
2nd and 10. Morgan with the catch, and then there comes a flag. Maybe a face mask.
Yeah, I think so. That time Clovis didn't even disguise it that time. They brought Palmer Johnson, the safety, right over on top of E.J. Morgan. Nice job driving downhill, making a hit.
Personal foul, face mask, number 13 on the defense. 15-yard penalty, result, first down.
Just can't grab the face mask.
Kind of grabbed the helmet.
Oh, yeah.
The overall helmet. Which is also a violation. Back of the helmet, the ear, around the ear pieces, ear area. Marquez has a lot of running room, and then he's tripped up before he can break free, making the tackle, John Villanueva. And that had some.
Wow,
that had the potential.
Yeah, I thought Marquez was off and running, definitely picking up a first down, if not getting deep inside the red zone. Villanueva just barely getting a piece of Marquez on his way out of the pocket. Big time play by number 10.
2nd and 11. Marquez deep. Intended for Scott, and there comes the flag.
I just
kind of heard the crowd moan, and then the flag came out.
I just don't see it. I don't see this at all. I really don't. I don't think Scott had an advantage. I don't think he was interfered with in a way that didn't allow him to catch the ball.
13 on the defense, 15-yard penalty, results, first down.
He was almost running into the contact to get that call. He was not in an advantageous position and was interfered with. I don't see it. I don't see it.
You played what position?
I did, but
defensive
I could see that Don, you got to help me out. The deep safety did not make a play on the ball and made contact. Is that why that was called?
Teaming up on me now.
Correct. I think they should review that one in their film study.
Well, it makes for a better game if he throws that flag. Right back up on it here. 3rd down. Bell's going to be spun on and then taken down. That was another big play by the defense. Jaden Mora, Robert Gonzalez in on the tackle.
Yeah, minute 8. This clock is moving.
Running out of time and downs.
Yeah, Bell nowhere to go that time. Clovis continuing to stay aggressive.
Boy, guys are flying to make tackles. Flag on the play.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 57 on the offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
So the task becomes even more difficult.
Little hitch snap. Yeah, don't need it all, right? You don't need 12 yards right here. You need 5, you need 6, you need 8. Pick up a chunk so you give yourself a manageable 4th down if you need to. This clock's moving, 45 seconds left.
Marquez going to throw, has
Got
a
it.
receiver. Touchdown.
I hope there's not an offensive pass interference call over there.
Zeb White with the catch. Let's check the flag.
Pass interference, defense, first decline, result of the play, touchdown.
All right, it's two. That evens up the odds.
That side judge just he didn't motion touchdown. He was blowing the clock dead. I was, what a throw. Marquez finds the single coverage, drops a dime right in the bucket, back pylon throw. It's a big kick right here.
Touchdown was sponsored by Porta Subs, your neighborhood sandwich shop. Timeout called by Clovis.
Clovis, their first of the half.
That tells me the Cougars are going all out to block this thing, do something here.
Yeah, what a throw by Marquez. Yeah, holding the whole time. Zeb White, the sophomore.
Yeah.
Biggest catch of his high school
That's
career
exactly
so
right.
far.
You got that
Bringing
right.
that one in while getting interfered with. What a catch. Yeah, we've had a couple of snaps that Marquez has had to handle, one high, one low. Not a sure thing in high school football that this exchange is completed cleanly. Yeah.
Well, we're seeing it tonight, and one thing Coach Biggs said is this is a young team. They're going to be good, really good, in the next couple of years.
Yeah, and a program now, Central, no freshman football. It doesn't sound right, but not enough numbers to fill the freshman team this year.
Well, there's extra point is good, and the reaction of fans will tell you what that means. We're tied again. Woo. 31-31, 38 seconds left.
And a lot of credit to the Central offense for the way they operated that last drive. They never panicked, right? Inside of a minute, 3rd and long, never panicked. Just continued to execute their offense, didn't burn any timeouts, didn't keep a lot of time on the clock for Clovis. 38 seconds left. Clovis does have 2 timeouts with Deegan Rose. Anything can happen with him back there at quarterback, but that was a very well executed comeback drive down 7 when you get the football.
Well, Rose doesn't make mistakes.
No.
That's one of the good things about him. Marquez hasn't made any mistakes.
No, he's played what a second half he's played coming off the bench, stepping in. Coming back from down 17.
This kick will be returned. Marquez out across the 30, still on his feet. 35, and then stopped and shoved out of bounds at about the 37, 38-yard line. So now 29 seconds left. Clovis with 2 timeouts.
During the return, holding number 9 on the receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Flag on the play sponsored by Fresno Suit Outlet, home of the 3-suit deal. Penalty will march it back to around the 25.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Farman's range is. He's probably good from 40, 45, maybe 45. So you get down to the 25. They say you got to go 50 yards in 30 seconds with 2 timeouts to give yourself a realistic opportunity at kicking a game-winning field goal. Empty for Rose.
5 receivers out. Rose to the sideline. Pass is complete for a gain. Enough for the first down. Tyler Cheney, the receiver. 1st and 10. Sponsored by K1 Speed, Arrive and Drive.
Yeah, you can take 10-yard chunks like that and get down the field and put yourself in field goal position, especially with 2 timeouts. You can still work the middle of the field also. The clock stops to move the chains. You do have some options if you're Clovis to really try to get in position.
Rose to throw again. A little too tall for Saldate. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you had to put that one up a little bit higher.
Had to get it over the defender.
Yeah, Marcus Nolan, 6'4", 205, standing right in front of Saldate.
And I was thinking, boy, that's a dangerous throw.
As you said, Deacon Rose doesn't really make mistakes, right? He knew, I can only give Saldate a chance to catch this. I have to put it up. If he catches it, great. If not, it's an incompletion. We line up again.
He's in trouble and throws it away. 14 seconds left. 3rd down and 10.
2 timeouts. Central getting a little bit of pressure on Rose that time. Good job just getting rid of that one.
Rose.
I
thought that one was nearly picked off.
It was close. That was
But Cheney
really,
catches
really
it.
close.
And it's going to be 4th and 1.
Terrell Chung.
9 seconds left.
Man, Chung was so close to taking this one the other way. Rose rolling to his left, getting as much as he can behind it. Oh, man, that was close. Nice job. Nice concentration. Tyler Cheney bringing that one in and tiptoeing down the sideline. 4th and 1. Quarterback sneak did not work on 4th and 1 for Clovis before.
They're just going to run off the clock here, Luke and Bill. They're still going to have time for another play. 4 seconds on the clock.
Yes.
Timeout. Clovis.
But now it's got to be a Hail Mary.
Let's see if I think Deacon Rose can throw at 55. I think he can do that. Just has to stay clean to allow his receivers to run 55 yards or run 50 yards to get into the end zone to give themselves a chance. But you know, you're too far away to try to run something on the sideline and get out of bounds and try to kick a field goal. So this is probably the last play of the game, Hail Mary situation.
Yeah, these guys practice these things and hardly ever get a chance to use them.
Yeah, right. Every single week you practice your Hail Mary play, your Hail Mary defense. Where do you line up? Who's in front of the deep receiver? Who's behind the deep receiver? All of those
situations. You got to worry about a hook and ladder or something like that. Something crazy happens.
Yeah.
And a lot of the laterals.
And maybe it's not a Hail Mary. Yeah, maybe Clovis has a lateral play that they bring into play right here.
Rose is not going to be able to get the pass away. The ball comes out, but time runs out. And guess what? Yeah, we're going to go to overtime. So as they set up to begin the overtime, we'll take a break. 31-31. We're coming back to decide it after this. Welcome back, everybody, as we get ready for overtime during this game between Central and Clovis. Cougars had a 24-7 lead at halftime, but Central came roaring back in the second half, tied it, fell behind and tied it, and this is where we are. An overtime game to open.
Clovis 24-7 in the first half, Central 24-7 in the second half, and we're here tied up at 31.
You tell me we could be here a while.
Man, not as long as we would have been a couple years ago, from my understanding of the high school overtime rules.
Big catch by Zeb White to get us where we are. Let's go over the rules with our former official, Don Smith. Don, fill us in.
Okay, we're going to start out with a coin toss, okay? The visiting team is going to choose it. Now, the winner of the coin toss elects to go on offense first or be on defense, okay? And then the loser will pick what end zone they want to be at. Now, the strategy is typically if you win the toss, you want to go second on offense. Now, when they get down there,
all right, gentlemen, we're having so much fun. We're going to keep
part of
playing.
the field, they'll
right,
get a
here are
series,
the rules for
okay?
overtime. Each team's going to get the ball at the 25-yard line. The winner of the toss gets to choose offense, defense, or end of the field. We will continue to play until we have a winner. Once we get to the second inning, meaning you both had a possession, you will have to go for 2 after you score. Is that clear? Is everybody good on that? All right, Clovis, you are still the visitor team. That's still head, still tail, that's head, that's tail. What is your call? Heads is the call. We will let it hit the ground. Heads is the call. It's a tail. What would you like? You want defense, correct? So you want defense. All right. So you want the ball. What end of the field are we going to go to? You want to go that way? Okay. All right. So.
Did the referee give him a little help there on that? Ryan, reminding him you want to go defense?
Just making sure.
The strategy is to go second.
Yeah. Just making sure that they were on the same page.
Central has won the toss, elected to go on defense. We'll go first down for Clovis at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I was glad that Kevin pointed out that at the end of on the second overtime, that they do have to go for a 2-point PAT if they score a touchdown. So that's something that's different than college and different than the pros.
So if it's tied after the second overtime, they continue possessions, but they have to go for 2 every time.
Do they flip-flop then? Does Central go first and Clovis second?
Yes, they flip-flop.
All right, thank you, Don. Now let's see how it plays out.
Two kickers that can kick. You know, if you pick up no yardage, you still have the possibility of picking up some points. 42 probably right on the edge of both of their range, but still alive. We'll see what Clovis starts this drive with.
Yeah, that's not always an option in high school games. You usually have to go for it, and they'll go right away with the pass, and then a late flag comes in as it was completed inside the 10. Cade Alexander with the catch.
Yeah, nice catch. The tight end, they haven't really hit that seam route all night long. I have no idea why this flag is on the football field, because that looked like a clean hit to me. Shoulder to the back, just a hard football
Personal
play.
foul, hit on a defenseless player on the defense, half the distance to the goal, and to the end of the run, and a first down.
I don't know. I guess he didn't wrap him, so defenseless player getting hit. I guess. I don't know. I mean, he extended his arms and everything. No idea.
The ball's inside the 5.
I really don't think that that's a call that should have been made. Deegan Rose Power Football.
Tough to bring down.
Yeah, run down from behind. Brandon Smith snagged him, wouldn't let go.
Picked up a yard or 2.
It's going to be tough to stop this. 2 lead blockers in front of Deegan Rose with that 6'4" frame, just lowering his shoulder.
Second and goal from the 2. Rose keeps, and he's in. Touchdown sponsored by Porta Subs, your neighborhood sandwich shop.
Third one of the night for Deegan Rose. On the ground with the quarterback run game. Very easy drive for Clovis to put this one in the end zone. Aided by a questionable hit on a defenseless player penalty, but just half the distance to the goal. That was a nice chunk play on 1st and 10 from the 25. They would have had him 1st and goal anyway.
an important extra point, and there's a flag.
Yeah, they almost blocked. I don't know how they missed it, honestly. I have no idea how they missed that ball. They were in the backfield. Look at Deegan Rose again, just too easy. Deegan Rose one-on-one with the corner. He's going to win that one every time. Finally get some help late.
Now, if you get a little closer with this penalty, do you go for 2 now?
Yeah, you take the points off the board. I mean, you force Central to. Oh, he's asking, can we get half the distance or
put it on the kick?
Right. Yeah, or do they start at the 40? Is it a 15-yard penalty to start the possession? I think that's what he was asking. But you would just have to decline this if you don't take the penalty. You keep the points on the board.
Personal foul, roughing the holder on Central. Penalties declined. The try is good.
So it's 38-31. Clovis with the lead. Now Central has its chance.
Yeah.
Another look at the touchdown.
Deegan Rose flexed on him afterwards, too. They drove him all the way out of bounds, and right here, if we catch it, oh, let's go. Quarterback flexing on him, getting in the end zone for the 3rd time. Love it. Love it. Overtime, that's what it's about, man. Me versus you, and I won that time, and this thing just barely got over that crossbar. Here we go. Marquez back at QB. Really executed the RPO game in this second half to near perfection a couple times. Could have made a different decision with the ball, according to Kyle Biggs, yelling at him on the sideline, but did a good job pulling it, finding open guys, using that play action look to suck those linebackers up, hitting some quick game in behind them. David Bell at running back again, who's also had a really nice game running the football.
Marquez to throw. Has the player, has the catch. Touchdown Central. And we've been waiting for Braylon Hall all night long.
I mean, they've had a low defender banging him, getting shots on him, rerouting him. They've had a deep defender right over the top of him all night long. And the first play that Central is on offense in overtime, Braylon Hall comes up with a touchdown. And we're an extra point away from this thing being tied.
Central's going to go for 2.
We're a 2-point conversion away from this thing being over in the first overtime. And Kyle Biggs said, look, I know what I need. I need a 2-point conversion to win. If we go to the second overtime, we're on offense first. Clovis has the advantage of knowing what they need to do. We're going to win or lose this game right here.
Now.
All right, what's the play? Scott down here doubled up. I think they're bringing the corner off the edge.
Timeout. I'm talking to the Central Valley coach. Timeout.
It's intense down there, man. It's intense.
I love that. I'm talking to the Central Valley coach. He knows he's on TV, huh? Wow.
I don't know what he's. I don't know what he's so upset about.
Is he saying that they can't go for 2 on the first touchdown?
I don't know. I don't know.
That kind of like what he said. Maybe we would have gone for 2.
Yeah, I mean, you can go for 2. There's nothing that says you have to kick an extra point in the first overtime. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. You have the option to go for 2 every time you score a touchdown. So Clovis,
I think that's his argument.
Clovis very easily could have gone for 2 on that first possession. You don't, because if you don't get it, all Central has to do is kick an extra point. But when you have the advantage of going second, you know what you need to do to win the football game, and that is the advantage that Central possesses right now. And Kyle Biggs we were down 24-7 at halftime. We came back. Then we were down 31-24, and we came back. We're trying to end this thing right now. Clovis is going to bring the house for sure. They are going to run zero coverage on the back end. What is Central going to do if they're going to try to pick somebody up top and get the ball to Braylon Hall, or they're going to run Braylon Hall on the slant route from the number 3 receiver position?
Here we go. Marquez throws. Knockdown incomplete. Clovis wins. Palmer Johnson sniffed it out, came across and knocked the ball down. And the Cougars are celebrating an overtime win.
They ran the pop pass. They ran the tight end pop pass, the fake quarterback run game, tight end pop pass, a little lob pass. Marquez got the ball off, looked open. What a play. Coming off coverage, Cade Alexander, or Palmer Johnson, Palmer Johnson was not his coverage. And he came off and made a play to knock that one away. Marcus Nolan was open in the end zone. What a play. Palmer Johnson saving the day.
How's that for your opening night in the track? 38-37, Clovis with a 1-point overtime win over Central after the Grizzlies went for 2 and did not get it. We're going to come back with the post game right after this. 38-37, Clovis with the win over Central. We'll be right back. All right, fireworks tonight, and we had fireworks on the football field. What a great game.
Man.
We felt like we played it. Overtime.
What an opening conference game for both of these teams.
There's the touchdown pass, and then the 2-point conversion attempt that would have given Central the win. The ball was knocked away, and Clovis survives in overtime, celebrating a 38-37 victory to open track play. So you're 1-0 in the league, like you talked about.
Yeah.
Central's 0-1, looking up.
Yeah, Clovis North beats Clovis East tonight, so Clovis North is 1-0 in track play. Clovis East 0-1. This league is tough, man. It is going to be so hard to win this conference, and it's Clovis 1-0, staring down at people. Central 0-1, have to make up some ground.
You know, some people might have thought this game was over at halftime when it was 24-7 Clovis. And then before you know it, boom, 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 Central was right back in it. 10 quick points in the first 4.5 minutes of the second half. And then tying the game. There's Kevin Miller in the middle of all that celebration. So let's go down there and watch, see what happens.
I am here with the victorious, the Clovis High School Cougars! Hey, oh yeah. Coach Wilkins, let's give it up for Coach Wilkins. Come on over, Coach. Coach, come on over. Coach, in control the first half, weathered a furious storm from the Central Grizzlies. What does this say about your squad?
We have each other, and all we need is each other. And that's all we need. We got the brotherhood, and that's what it is. A lot of people doubted us, and I understand why. And I get that we may not be the sexiest, but these guys battle their tails off, man. Easy, Jordan. And at the end of the day, I'm proud of these. It's not about me. This is about this group. And these guys fighting through adversity. I put them in a ton of bad situations tonight, and they bailed me out. Congrats, Cougs. Go Cougs, baby. Go Cougs.
Go Cougars. Well, what is scintillating is a 1-point overtime victory on Friday Night Rivals. And then getting it done is our player of the game, the EECU player of the game. 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown. Number 12 coming up all roses. QB1, dig and roll. What's up, number 12? All right, hey, how did the Cougars get it done tonight?
Everybody, man, we have one of the best lines in the Valley. I love every single player on our team. We got some dudes on our team, you know. We all make mistakes, but we always have people bailing each other out, and that's what a brotherhood is.
And you got it done. The Cougars, don't sleep on them. Congratulations one more time. The Clovis High Cougars. Yeah, buddy. Ralph Cam, that's game 1 of the track. Back to you.
Man, Aaron Wilkins was still so hyped. He could barely talk. He was so hyped from that game. That just, you can tell the energy that these guys felt for one another, man. They will be on cloud. This will go on till Monday.
get back to school Monday, still riding this high from this victory. What a performance. What a way to start.
Deegan Rose
track
was
play.
smiling and grinning in pregame, and he's still smiling and grinning now. A lot of those guys. A happy time. Here's the play of the game, brought to you by Jack in the Box, now serving everything. Noah Luganville with the pick 6.
What a play, too. What a grab out of the air, coming downhill and run support, and adjusting at the last minute when he sees Earl Riley come up and throw that quick hitch to the flat. Noah Luganville not just bringing it in, but taking it to the house, outrunning everybody down the sideline. Played a fantastic football game tonight.
Guys are still getting coached after the game, huh? Or putting in their orders for fast food.
They're talking about what went wrong. Yeah, this went wrong. This went wrong. You just replay the game over and over and over, especially one like this. All those close plays that you thought were going to go another way and ended up like talking about his pick 6. And Reinhardt, what a baller, man. That dude played hard all night long. Just fantastic play from both of those inside linebackers.
Hard to sleep for both sides tonight. Either amped up or really disappointed. Right after the game, stay tuned for the Miss USA pageant. That is coming up on the CW59. And be sure to join us in 3 weeks, October 20th, when the Cannon Bears against the Clovis North Broncos. Boy, are we looking for that one.
Another one.
Yeah, that's on the Central Valley's CW59. Big hits, big plays, big-time football tonight.
Really well-played game. I mean, there were some pass interference calls, some personal fouls late, but for the most part, outside of some central mistakes, this is a really, really well-executed football game. Two teams that both of these teams will be there towards the end of the Division I section playoffs, no doubt.
Well, I'm glad all you stuck around and watched it at the end, because it was certainly worth it on homecoming. Ring night for the Central softball team, section champions. Central getting back into this game, but then the big win for Clovis. So thank you again all for watching. We will be back in 3 weeks. Thanks to Cam Morrell, Ralph Wood. We'll see you in 3 weeks. Good night, everybody.